Hey, Connor, welcome to the bit once again, time and time again.
Yo, what's up? It's me.
It is episode 3 growing daisies and a dog lifting his leg, but on the back of a minivan is like a black and white silhouette sticker, you know what I mean? That is today's episode number.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what you
yeah.
mean, actually.
Like
Physically
those, yeah,
and mentally.
like the little decals. It's like a guy looking over his shoulder, peeing on a thing, and he's like got a stupid grin, but it's like a white outline, and the empty space, the negative spaces are just like
Look.
blank.
I've put Gunpla together, okay? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, brother. Sometimes it feels like you're the heavy arms, but really you just drank too much water and slept a little too long.
But really, I got the heavy arms.
Oh my god, my man works out. He lifts weights. He lifts iron. My
I
man's
lift
got
pizza, burgers,
brother.
chicken strips.
Hey, speaking of chicken, do you have
Oh.
a particular when you're eating chicken wings, if you enjoy wings at all, are you a drums guy or a flats guy, or do you not care?
Drums.
You
However,
are a drum guy.
I'm not going to complain whether it's a drum or a flat. I'm eating whatever is in front of me. However, I will
Right.
say chicken breasts are a bit too like if they're fried, a little too much. A little too much
Well, yeah.
a little hard to eat, a little cumbersome.
Yeah, they're a little thick.
A little thick and usually very greasy, I've noticed. From
Interesting, a little
certain
greasy.
excuse me, from
Is this like
certain
a
spots.
KFC indictment right
Yeah,
now? Facing charges?
charges, yeah, all the charges.
Yeah,
It's disgusting for sure.
dog. I agree. Hey, can I say something crazy? I've
Be
never been to a
open and
fast food
honest.
brother. I've never been to a fast food chicken spot that wasn't better sides than chicken every time. Is that like, am I insane for that? Like, I
No,
know
I think some
notoriously
of the
you're
sides are fucking garbage. Like KFC
sure.
fries, garbage.
Oh, well, sure. But like, I mean, there's always at least one side that outperforms the chicken at every fast food chicken spot.
Well, you know what I have to say to that sometimes? You know, so you can order a chicken and not a side, right? However,
Like
I think
optionally or
some,
like in
yeah, like you
personally.
have the option to, but no one ever takes that option.
Correct.
I think biscuits outperform chicken 100% at KFC, but I don't think it's the reason we think. It's not because they're good. I
It's
think
just
it's
because chicken sucks.
because biscuits come with everything. So if you get like, you know, the mashed potato bowl, you're getting a biscuit with it. If you're getting like,
Oh, you mean numerically outperform, not like quality outperform.
well, no, I don't think quality. I don't think KFC biscuits are fucking. It's like eating a fucking like gravel. It's like eating sand. It
Mm.
just
I'll tell you what.
disintegrates.
I'll tell you what. I love KFC biscuits for the first 8 seconds when they're hot, and if they are anything less than
Yeah.
lava, they become a rock. Yeah, they
Well,
do
if they're
suck.
anything less than lava, then you can just build a house with them. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Whatever fake shit they put in there, tough.
Dog, the spicy beans of
Tough.
rice at Popeyes. Oh my god.
I don't really go to chicken spots that much because they're so fucking expensive nowadays. Have you seen the price of chicken? It's insane.
It's a little much.
It's a
I'll tell you
little
what.
too much, yeah.
I'm
A
gonna
little
be
insane.
hey. This is
Tell
I'm
me.
not saying this is a bit because of the thing we were talking about before the pod, which if anyone cares about that, I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but you should come by when we're recording live because then you'll hear about it, but you're not gonna hear this on Spotify, but there was a thing before this. But like and again, this is not like necessarily because of that, but it does kind of sound like it is. But like here's the thing, right? Hear me out. I'm gonna be a little bit of a trad wife here, and I know that's annoying because I'm gonna sound like a right wing grifter right now. But like
Tell me.
I kind of just don't go to restaurants because I care about what goes in my body a little too much for that. I don't like you know what I mean? I don't like trust them to have the quality that I would have at my house when I make my own food though.
Well, anyway, guys, a great podcast. We'll talk to you later.
Oh no. That's very
Yeah.
funny.
Well, you obviously at your house you would wash your chicken and do
With soap.
with soap, yeah.
Yeah.
With bleach, I hear is
I
the
put it
best
in I actually
to
put it
kill
in
the
my laundry
salmonella.
machine. I not the dishwasher, in the washing machine.
You know, it's funny. We use bleach for so much, yet it's so toxic to us. You know?
You know, that is interesting. And I feel like a lot of the time, as people, we are predisposed to finding
Yeah.
things that are toxic for us and using them a lot. Am I right, ladies?
Now, if you remember, our president once said,
Which
if you get
president?
COVID, just take some bleach. Just
Oh,
drink
he
some
did say
bleach.
that. More or
Yeah.
less. Yeah. In so
How?
many words.
Yeah. If you ingest the pesticide, will roaches not come near you?
Well, hmm. Dog. Speaking
Yeah.
of handling bugs, I saw a
Sure.
guy put a black light on the back of a fan and tie like a windsock to the front of the fan.
Uh-huh.
And it was like pulling mosquitoes toward the black light, and then the fan was pulling the mosquitoes in, and they were just getting stuck in the windsock.
That's so
And dude had like
funny
an
you
entire
mentioned that.
windsock of mosquitoes, and it was the funniest thing I've ever
Well,
seen.
you know what we do here? People with like big like decks and whatever. Like especially we have really bad mosquito
Oh,
problems, like very
mm-hmm.
humid, very like a lot of standing water or whatever. People will put fans on their decks because
Sure,
it'll just blow them like the mosquitoes will just blow away. You don't even have to like, put a citrus candle or
sure.
whatever out in the middle or whatever. But if you have like a covered deck, usually you have two fans either on one side of the deck blowing out, or you have on both kind of blowing this way to kind of like if mosquitoes do get in, they kind of just go with the jet stream and get blown out the
Oh,
front.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
A lot of that going on, and it does work. I mean, you'd be surprised. It does kind of get the job done
You
in
guys get a lot
most
of mosquitoes
cases.
over there? You must.
Oh, they spray
Like
the
an
neighborhood like
unbelievable.
two
Yeah.
times a week.
Yeah. I'm
Like
sorry, wait, spray the neighborhood.
hmm?
What do you mean spray the neighborhood?
Like you're in bed at like 3 a.m. and you hear the truck go around the neighborhood. They're
What are they
spraying for
spraying?
mosquitoes.
Like pesticide or like a repellent thing?
Um,
Like to
it's
kill them or to
not
keep them away?
to kill them.
Wow. Tough.
Well, so again, I just said that we have a lot. It's very humid, and we have a lot of standing water.
Yeah,
So whatever they're
that is
spraying,
mosquito ideal mosquito
um,
situation.
obviously it's not poisonous to like people or animals. I'd imagine
I was gonna
because
say, how
they're
are
spraying
skunks
it.
dealing with that?
Well, skunks love it. Apparently, they're still here.
Ugh. Well,
But yeah, it doesn't kill wildlife or anything. It just whatever it does when it gets into the water where the mosquito eggs are, it kills them. So then we have less of them. But they do come 2 times a week during the summer, and yeah, it's very much. It also might be a repellent thing too. Like you don't have any residue on anything. It's not like they're spraying. They're not spraying like fucking bleach in the air or something. But it does help with mosquitoes. It doesn't get rid of them 100%. But if we didn't have them spraying, it would be bad. It would be
mm, I
kind of
see.
insane. Yeah.
Do you remember like some years ago there was that like government thing where they were trying to like create female mosquitoes that couldn't lay eggs and then release them into the wild so that the male mosquitoes would try to mate with those ones and then they would just like die but not lay any eggs because we gave them like fembots to like die with?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the woman on TikTok. She grinds them up into paste. She's like a mosquito scientist and she like grinds them up into paste and like does research on them.
Audio listeners, you need to understand that I have never heard something quite like that, and the expression on my face was like a like a Easter Island Maui statue.
Also, I have a question. Am I a psychopath if I enjoy the TikToks where the dude puts the mosquitoes in like a chamber and then sucks all the air out and watches them die and records it?
Hey, what?
Cuz so there's a guy on YouTube who puts mosquitoes in syringes and he sucks all the air out and they explode. Am I a psychopath for enjoying that? Cuz here's my thing. They're monsters anyway. Mosquitoes
Hmm.
were created to kill us, for sure.
Sure.
So if watching them die instead of us die, that's a good thing. That's a net positive, right? Mosquitoes dying, we all agree, is a net positive for the world.
Well, we do like it when mosquitoes die. We do have bug zappers and windsocks,
Yeah,
so
and a
I
bug zapper is
guess
just like a fucking crazy way to kill something because you enjoy it because of the zap sound. You enjoy
yeah.
it, yeah.
Fuck, yeah, you're right.
You
Yeah.
enjoy the sound of a bug dying. When you hear the zap, you know a life has been taken,
Yeah.
and you enjoy it a little bit. And no one can say they don't enjoy it. Everyone enjoys it.
Have you seen
You
those little, like,
give,
pump action shotguns that shoot rock salt and they're, like, designed to, like, kill
yeah,
flies and mosquitoes and stuff?
yeah.
We literally have
People,
special children's toys to take the lives of bugs.
yeah, and good for us for that.
I agree.
Yeah,
Well, isn't it interesting to think that, like, some people are like, we have to protect the sanctity of all life or whatever because, like, we have to protect the lives of blah 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 blah, and they don't like
yeah.
kill bugs or anything.
Pro
But then if
life, unless,
yeah, well, yeah. And then like you look around the world at like all the other creatures who have ever existed, and none of them share that stance.
yeah,
Zero of them. It's just us.
yeah. It sucks. You know what it is.
Yo.
We're just at the top of the food chain. We're just it. We're them.
Let me ask you this. Do we exist on the top of the food chain because we deserve it? Or just because we like got lucky, you think? Like
No,
evolutionarily speaking,
well,
we just kinda
lucky for
like
sure. Lucky for
right.
sure. It was all luck. Well, I don't know. We evolved, right? Apparently, allegedly.
Oh, don't say
Uh,
allegedly. Don't say
some of us
allegedly we evolved.
evolved, but
Well, that's fucking true.
I would imagine it was
We
all
know the
luck
people we're talking
and
about.
a little bit of skill, right?
Yeah.
Because the genes had to work a certain way, evolution had to work a certain way,
Yeah.
you know. I did
Yeah,
see
yeah, yeah.
something that scared the shit out of me the other day. There was a picture of I think like a gorilla with a shaved hand. And let me tell you, that gorilla hand looks a lot like a human hand, just like
Yeah.
meaty and big.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane. The skin on gorilla skin, it's human skin. That's human skin.
Yeah. We're
Scary shit.
monkeys, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, cause like, here's the thing, right? And hear me out. You know how like we speak English, and because of the American school system, we speak no other languages really. But animals don't speak English.
Well, monkeys, gorillas speak gorilla and they speak
Yeah.
sign language, English sign
Sometimes.
language.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you can teach them.
Yeah. So I'm
And
told.
they're saying, they're saying studies are saying dogs are evolving too. They're getting smarter because we're like
Yeah.
breeding them to be smarter. Now they're saying
Yeah.
dogs understand a wider range of emotions now compared to
Yeah.
years ago. And also they can communicate better as far as like understanding what we want them to do because of course it's being bred in a certain way.
Man,
Wait, what? Are you gonna?
you're not gonna like this at all. So, neither will the listeners. I'm so sorry. So, like, okay, you know how, like, we've talked about this before. I kind of can't help it, but, like, when I hear things, I think stuff. And, like, the rate at which I think things is quick, like, expedient. I'll link together 5 or 6
Yeah,
topics in
just
my brain
get
before a sentence ends.
sure. Get to it. What are you
Right.
gonna tell me?
So, like, animals are evolving rapidly and becoming much smarter, and it is kind of our fault, but also just kind of nature, but it's kind of our fault, but nature too.
Well, it's breeding selection too, right? Like
Yeah.
the smartest animals are being bred more for a purpose, and then
Yeah.
those animals are being bred down to
Mhm.
consumers, and
Yeah.
then you know
And
what I
then like
mean? Like
crows or ravens, I forget which, are like training wild dogs and like
I don't
riding
know
on
about
them.
all that.
Oh, well, it's thing. But like
Well, crows are smart too. Like they'll
they're
bring
so
you.
smart.
Have you seen the TikToks and the YouTube videos of like if you it's called befriending, crow befriending or something,
Yeah,
where
you like
like
give them stuff and then they bring you
if you
money or like bugs or whatever.
they'll bring you just start bringing you stuff, and if you like act happy about it, they'll continue trying to bring you that thing. You can like it's not tricking them, but you can teach them to be like, I like this thing. Like they'll start bringing you like a stick, and then maybe they'll bring you like a little mouse, and you'll be like, I don't want the mouse. Like bring me like something else.
Yeah.
Like bring me some money. And then if like you teach them like, this is what I want you to bring me. If you continue giving them things, they will just bring you shit. Yeah. It's insane. It's cool.
Yeah. But like as a result of that,
Mm.
again, you're not gonna like this, and neither do I. So, uh, how many years until furries are right?
Oh god, the furry angle. You know, everything can be
How
turned into
many
a furry angle.
years?
It is tough.
How many years until they're right?
Hopefully none. Hopefully zero. Hopefully it never happens, right? We got to
Because like
stop
here, because
somewhere.
hear me out. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do if in like the year like 42, 46, dogs have evolved to a point where they can kind of like bark English the way parrots can, and they're
True.
like, I consent. Tough. Then what? Then what you do? That's bad. Don't like that.
Hope if that ever happens, they're actually on the opposite side and they're like, stop doing
Like get
this.
away from me. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I would also
because
hope that.
because
However,
then if that happens, then being a furry and having a fursuit then is kind of like blackface for animals. They're like, yo, dude, that's crazy. What the fuck are you doing?
are you trying to say that the dogs would be like our culture isn't your costume at
Yeah,
furries wearing dog suits?
yes, yes, that would happen. That would happen if apes evolve to the standpoint of they can like communicate like Planet of the Apes style, and a human just walks up in a fucking ape costume for fresh out of FurryCon, the ape is gonna be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you appropriating our culture right now? You fuck ass dude."
That's
They would
so
definitely do that.
funny.
They would definitely do that for sure.
Dog. What about the other way? What if like what if like hear me out? What if it goes the other way and like animals can understand complex geopolitical like situations and they're like total assholes?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do if like a parakeet like rolls up on us one day like "Rah, Seagull, rah." Like and then
Well,
what?
you don't want a dog to do that because
Yeah.
pack animals, that's communism, baby.
Like
That's
what happens
one
when a
true
dog
leader at the
like
top.
what happens when a dog like stands up on its hind legs and it's like my heart goes out to you and you're like, whoa, easy Elon. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
Bark Own Jun or whatever, like King Jong Bark. You know, it'll be bad out there.
King Jong Bark is crazy, by the way, just so we're on the same page. That was crazy.
Cujo Jung Il, like, well, you also just,
Ooh, Cujo Jong Il was good. Hey, whoa, that was really good. That one's really good. Hey, remember that one.
but I'm just saying, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be
That should be on
insane
a t-shirt. A Cujo Jong Il t-shirt.
because then the animals are gonna be hunting the furries for sure. There's gonna be a furry animal war.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah, I
insane.
imagine it's gonna be like Batman Beyond, where they like there's like girls that are like leopard girls because they like gene spliced leopard shit into themselves and they're just like walking around looking like leopards or whatever. I assume we all watch Batman Beyond. Not that I was ever like a big Batman guy, but is that have we are we familiar?
I'm not familiar.
Oh my god. Yeah, so like Batman Beyond was like a whole thing where like uh I don't even know how to like describe this exactly, but like you know, like Bruce Wayne's really old, and then the new
Oh yeah,
Batman is
Batman
Terry
Beyond. Yeah,
McGinnis.
yeah.
Yeah. And then there was like an enemy who like their whole thing was that they like there was a designer drug that was just like genetically splicing animal shit into your DNA, and then you become animal part person.
Oh well, if the designer drug thing ever happens, that's definitely a gay thing. The gays are the first
Oh
people to get hit
really?
by that. If
I see.
designer
You guys are
drugs and
like
gays,
I see. You're like
yeah,
claiming that one.
designer drugs are like moth to a flame for gays. You know what I mean?
Really?
Especially, yeah, especially twinks.
Oh. That's not just like a poppers thing, huh? That's just in general?
That's just like a ketamine, fucking some Molly every now and then. Yeah, the gays
No.
unfortunate.
Surely your team doesn't pick up ketamine.
What doesn't the team pick up? Unfortunately,
Damn, that's
yeah,
crazy. I would have thought
coke.
ketamine goes to like Florida.
Nah, ketamine goes everywhere.
Ah,
Fentanyl sometimes. Florida,
sure.
I feel like is a fentanyl thing. Florida and fentanyl, Texas, the South,
Bath salts are for sure a Florida thing.
West Virginia, fentanyl, and anything cheap
Yeah.
and will kill you easily. Definitely in the poorer states, you know.
Do you remember like in like early days, like early 2010s, with like that very first bath salt story of the guy that like ate a cop's face?
Yeah, yeah, Florida man.
Yeah, and people were thinking it was gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh no, zombies are for real, but actually no, it's just like hobos with bath salts.
Yeah, if anything, Real ID should keep Floridians from traveling is what it should do.
Real ID.
If
Oh
Real ID
no.
does its job, it'll
Yeah,
stop Floridians from corrupting other places.
yeah.
Keep it within the state, fellas.
You know, me and Babe are recently having to get real IDs because you need them to fly, of course.
Yeah. Anyone I mean, I think you're kind of late to the party because anyone who's had to get an ID redone in the last like 10 years has it already. You're kind of
No.
like, well, driver's license. Yeah, because like in
No, them
Texas,
too. Like my parents never even saw one before, and they
well,
got new
and
licenses in less.
so it's different in every state, but in Texas, you have only been able to get a real ID for the last like 6 years. You can't get any
Oh,
other ID.
interesting.
It's just base.
Yeah,
Like
over here they like don't even do it
for
unless you
driver's
request real
license.
special. It's like a particular thing.
Yeah, it's a state by state thing. But
Weird.
it's been that way. You haven't been able to get for the last 10 years, I think, because Real ID's kind of been on the fence for a while now.
Interesting. How fascinating. Yeah, over here, like you have to like I went to the DMV to get that. Well, actually, it's the DOL. It's the Department of Licensing, which is so dumb.
Mm,
But we went over there to get that shit, and like, if you could imagine, like the room was packed, and more people were like coming in, like line out the door type shit, and they
yeah.
all were like, "Hey, what do I need to do for the real ID thing?" It was like the one thing.
Well, you would be pressed to hear that the Real ID changes mimic Texas law. That state
Where is all becoming Texas?
you need to always have your birth certificate on you anyway because they want to make sure you're documented. So you have to bring that regardless.
That's crazy.
They scan it every time you go. And they're supposed to keep it on file, but they never do.
Sure.
And
Yeah, like word on the street is like, you know, well, I'm sure this is the place. This is the thing for like other places too. But like I know, like in my state, like it's like a big extra upcharge to get it. It's
not
like
here. It's like
a
30 bucks.
significant. Oh, dog. Mine was $142.
Yeah, shitty states are shitty states, baby.
I'm telling you. Even in Babe State, I think it's like 95.
Yeah, no,
You know how much a
out of here.
normal ID is here? Normal ID? Just like the dumb
Well,
ID?
I've never had
Like
an
22
ID, so I don't
bucks.
know.
20. Well, like a driver's license, I mean.
Oh, 22 bucks.
$25.
Yeah, that's about how it is here. Like just 20, 30 bucks. But again, Real ID is just standard here. It's
Yeah, it's
been
like a one
standard
it's like a
for
120 upcharge for the real ID. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, I think the issue is a lot of states have been the states that didn't want it and have been like putting lawsuits in against it didn't want to like integrate it into their systems. So they're like having to catch up with like years of like kind of fighting it. And Texas was just like, yeah, we'll adopt it, whatever, because it's the same rules as what we have to do anyway, which is we need our current ID and another form of ID, whether it's your birth certificate or passport,
You mean to
because they
get it in
want to
the
make
first
sure you're
place?
documented to even do anything there. You need to have those like
Oh,
forms of ID. Yeah.
wow. Tough.
So that's been a Texas rule for since I can remember.
Hey, can I just like say some like shit? Can I be like be a brave guy, like soapbox Mr. Man?
Sure, I guess.
Just let the illegals in. Who cares? Just let them chill. I'm just gonna say
Well,
it. I'm
funny you
just gonna
say
say
that.
it.
Our president suspended ICE raids to farms, hotels, and other
Yep.
places of business. And then his chiefs of
Oh
staff were
wow,
like, "Yo, you can't do that. That's kind of fucking up our vibe." So they were like, "We'll actually just continue doing it. No big deal."
that sucks.
Well, you know what's insane, and I don't want to make this the politic podcast or whatever. You know,
No,
we're
of
not
course,
politics.
of
It is
course.
the bit, but it is interesting and fucked whenever, um, ICE is,
Yeah,
I'll do air quotes here, doing their job when their
yeah.
job
Big air quotes doing their
is
job, right?
assigned to go to courts where people are seeking asylum and to them arrest them before their court hearings
Yeah, that's fucked.
as to circumvent them getting asylum and just sending them back. And then also
Yeah,
that one guy or the couple guys who got sent back to their countries and Lamal, they weren't actually illegal. They were here unprotected status. And then like
yeah.
we just can't get them back and they won't get them back. They won't bring them back.
Uh
That's
huh.
kind of fucked.
It's super
Yeah,
fucked.
it's kind of insane. Kind of insane. But hey, you know what? World War III is about to start off anyway, so we're all dead.
Well, let me tell you this. That's gonna suck. World War Three is not gonna be great for us.
Well, oh well.
Man, I'll tell you what, bro. I don't know. Like I'm gonna if I could go a step further, dog.
Hey, let's do
If
it.
I could go a step further, dog. And again, I'm
I just got word Ugreen has dropped us as a sponsor. I'm so sorry, guys.
oh fuck. Not you, Green, dropping us as a sponsor. That's crazy. But like, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me
Yeah.
out. Hear me out.
Tell me, King. Tell me.
Borders are fucking fake, dude. They don't even exist. It's not real. Like some dickhead drew it on paper, and then we just pretend to honor that because who knows why. Like, it's not even real. Money's fake too. Money and borders aren't real. Let people live in shit. You know what I mean?
Well, unfortunate. Unfortunate. It's real if they say it is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if they say it is right, them.
Yeah.
It's not like objective. You can't find the borders on the
Well,
ground.
unfortunately, being born, you're kind of like your footprint was on like the I'll follow the rules kind of. They do the thumbprint and footprint or whatever on
Oh,
you when you're born. You kind of
yeah.
unironically sign that. So
Yeah, it's like a legally binding contract.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
you're a bond of the U.S. government. You have to do what the fuck they say. No, I mean, I agree. Borders are kind of dumb, but also too, you kind of need some form of like decorum going on. Like, I think they shouldn't be able to just deport people like that. I think like if someone's here and trying to seek asylum, then how are they going to do that if like a war is going on in their country or like there's a fucking drug war going on and they want to be safe? Like I feel like you need to give them a way to integrate into the country. And if
Uh,
there's like an
okay.
emergency, and there are ways, but they're just circumventing them and trying to get rid of those ways. And that's the fucked up part. But if you, let's say, overstay your visa, I don't think like I should kick down your door, but like you're breaking the law. There's like a law against that.
Well,
So like
no,
just
well,
go and
yeah.
like re-up your visa, dumbass. Don't like
No, okay, well, I hear you, but like laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation, and the promise of violence is just enacted by police who are an occupying army. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's
like,
tough. I don't care.
it doesn't even matter that it's like against the law because the law is fake. You know what I'm
Well, it
saying?
does matter because the law will come break your neck and kill you. So
Yeah, but they shouldn't
yeah.
because it's fake though.
Well,
It's made up.
well, unfortunately,
You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think unfortunately, if you were like Noel slash the Traveler or whatever,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
you would
yeah.
be
Uh
able
huh.
to enact some type of change like that. But unfortunately, just how the
Sure,
world
sure.
works. So, like,
Damn, you just Genshin me right now?
unfortunately, well,
I see, I see,
I
I see.
think that
Appealing to the
living in that
interest. I hear
world
you.
is cool. Like in another world where laws didn't matter, Lamau, but also some laws are good and some laws are bad. We should just kind of work on weeding out the bad ones.
I don't know if many laws are good. It's like a really low number.
Well, like,
It's like a
the
really
law
tiny number of
against
laws that are
like
decent.
there's some good ones. There's
There's
some
like
good ones out
12 there's
there.
like 12 okay laws and like
There's
22
more.
million shitty laws.
There's like a lot of laws that are really good, I think.
No,
Like if you
surely
drunk
not.
drive a bunch of times, you should like
A
drunk
bunch of
drive
times?
drunk drive in your like dreams in your prison cell. You know what I mean?
Uh,
If you kill
sure.
somebody, you should go have lunch at B block in some prison somewhere. I like that idea.
Well, surely you mean if you kill somebody for no reason.
I mean, if the
Like
reason
self-defense is
isn't
fine, no?
well,
Self-defense
of
counts.
course. I live in Texas, of
Yeah.
course self-defense is fine.
Yeah. Or like if they're in your house and you're like they're not supposed to be there, it's like some rando broke into your house.
Notoriously, if have you seen the video of the old man who a, a group of people broke into his house and he shot them as they were running away? And he goes, "Well, I guess she shouldn't have been pregnant in my house." Because he shot and killed a woman that was pregnant and she tried to break into his house. Well, she didn't try. She
That's
did. Her and her boyfriend,
crazy.
her and her husband broke into her to his house. You know what he
Sure.
said?
Yo.
Um double homicide. No. No, what's the I have to get you the video. It's an old guy in his like 80s or 90s. And he's like, "Yeah, she tried to run away and I shot her in the back." And he's like, "They shouldn't have been in my house." And
That's
it's like, well,
crazy.
you
I can't
shouldn't have been
believe
in
Bill
his house.
Clinton said that. That was a pretty
So
okay
like,
Bill Clinton
you know,
impression.
maybe I'm fucked for that, but like, hey, if you're gonna break into someone's house, you're gonna pay the consequences for that. And
Sure.
that's just like, hey, you know, you
That's a good
broke the
law.
law, and that's a good
Yeah,
law.
that's a good law.
That's a good law to have.
That's
If you're
that's
on
one of
my
the 12 good
property
ones.
and you're trying to cause me harm or whatever, then like I'm picking up any object with a blunt handle or like something sharp, and I'm attacking you with it.
I'm gonna go the other way and say like whether they're causing you harm or not. If they're just on your property and you told them not to be and they're not supposed to be there, like
Oh sure,
get the
yeah.
peace. You know what I mean? Like let them
No, a
know.
couple warning shots or whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
I just in my brain, I just feel, I just
Yo, it is
feel like
funny. You know
yo
what's funny about what's happening right now is
yo.
you know,
Uh huh.
breaking the fourth wall real quick.
Yeah.
I
Okay. Fourth
do
wall's
get
being
told
broken.
like,
Yeah.
"Man, you're always walking this guy back from his things." People think I'm unhinged. People say the shit I say is
Whoa.
crazy.
Really?
But I think I'm crazy when I'm by myself, and when I'm put up against you, I
Uh
look
huh.
normal. I think that's the issue.
Oh, is that?
Because
Oh, I see.
you're like, social economic thing of this and this, it's all made up and doesn't matter." Well, it's all made up, yes, but it does matter because the people who are in charge say it matters. So
Yeah, but they're only in
unfortunately,
charge because they're cheating the system. They're actually criminals and should be taken out of power by force
but
if
they won't
necessary.
be. But they
But they
won't
should.
be.
I agree
But
they
they
won't, but
won't.
they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
We agree they
In a
won't, but
perfect
they
world.
should.
In another world where we died and like could like have fun in the world and like
Yeah.
Lamau, we're in an isekai now, then
Yeah.
maybe. But like,
Well,
unfortunate.
sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna like open up my fucking Elfheim online menu and start equipping weapons and shit. Like we're in trouble. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, laws are made up and fake, and they are not created with the best interest of the public. They're created with the best interest of corporations who have paid for the laws to be enacted. And if we break them, then
Well, when
fine.
I become
Who
a
gives a shit?
millionaire, I won't care about it at all. Any of it.
True. I'll tell you what, if I was ever going to be on a paper chase, my paper chase would specifically be like to get to a point where I can just buy Congress and make shit right around here. I'd be
Oh,
fixing some
then you would
shit.
be Elon and people would just meme on you for being like
Yeah, that's
weird and
true.
autistic. You would just be the enemy number. You would
Yeah.
just be number one enemy. Oh, you and I have had this conversation before. If you have $1 billion, you're automatically like a bad person or whatever.
Yeah.
I just never been on board with that. I think all these conversations also are just dumb. Like all the
Wait, what do you
conversations where it's
mean?
like, well, like I'm not saying you're dumb, but I'm saying like the conversations that people
No, I know what you
have
meant
where like they're
in
like,
that regard.
man, the government's just a bunch of like crooks and laws are dumb and stuff. And it's like you say that, people say that, but then like, if someone if you get into a wreck on the freeway, the first people you're gonna call are the people who are gonna protect you from the people who hit you. Or like it's fun to say these things, but also Lamau is just in practice, it just like you need like people are like, oh, socialism's bad. A little hint of socialism's okay because like that's what gets us like universal healthcare and other
Oh,
socialist
yeah.
things that are good. So like the blanket statements of like, oh, this is like all bad, or oh, this is all good, or all cops are evil, all this or that. I don't like these conversations because that's not
Mm.
how it actually works. And that's such a low IQ conversation to have. It's tough. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, and I'm not attacking
No,
you.
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
attacking
no. Yeah, I hear
the
you. I hear
people who
you. I hear
have
you.
these conversations
Yeah, no, of
because
course.
it's a shit. It's shit to just generalize because there's no
Well,
conversation there.
yes.
When you generalize, the conversation's over, and like, okay, it's time to move on. Because I've
Right.
had these conversations with people where it's like, I have some friends I grew up with who lean more towards being a Republican because their family is Republican. And then you talk to them and you're like, oh, so you're actually more of like a socialist centrist. You don't really hate black people. I see. Your dad just is racist and you thought you were like that, but then you kind
Mm,
of grew up, you know?
sure.
Or I see you don't actually hate Jews. Your mom just hates your family just
Sure.
hates Jews. You're not actually a Nazi. Your family is, and you grew up with that, but then you grew out of that. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Sure. 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 Sure.
And this
Sure. Sure. Sure.
happens a
Sure.
lot when you talk to people more. But the issue is when people stay in that mindset and
Yeah.
then they double down and triple down, then we get trouble. You know?
Yeah, that's
It's tough.
true.
And it goes both ways. Like the both sides of thinking are bad when it's too far in one direction. Like it gets
Okay.
weird on
Okay.
both
Okay.
lanes. That's
I hear you.
I'm more of a centrist when it comes to this stuff because it's
Well,
like
let me ask you this.
because I'm not like take guns away from people. I'm like, hey, let's use it for protection and not like walk around with an AK-47 at the park. You know what I mean? I'm kind
Right.
of like,
Yeah.
let's be smart about it.
No,
you know,
sure. I kind of wish we'd bring back duels if I'm for real. Like the
yeah,
10
sure,
paces drop.
but
I
it,
feel like that should come back.
and
But you
actually,
should have
you
to
can
use
have
flintlock
people
pistols.
who run businesses specified around, hey, do you have a problem? Solve it by shooting each other in my business.
Like
You know
that's just
what
a
I mean?
business model.
It's just a
Like you
business
both
model.
sign the waiver
It's a safe place to have a duel. Whatever you want to do, we will provide you with swords or the
or
gun of your
whatever.
choice. Yeah, yeah,
Axes, bow and
yeah.
arrow.
The only rule is you have to both have you have to agree on the weapon because
Yeah.
you're not gonna want somebody with a gun and a sword going at it because you already signed that other dude's death wish. But if it's like we're gonna have an old Wild West draw here, yeah, come to um
Hmm.
the bit dueling emporium
Sure.
and hash out your situation. By the way, we have paramedics on standby and a stretcher to get you out of here if we need to.
Yeah.
And also, too, before you go, would you like to buy one of our upcharges? We can get you in a casket and a nice little burial
Ooh.
plot really fast. It all really works together.
Did you know you only rent your burial spot? After a certain number of years, they just dig you up and move you so they can put more people there.
Or if you're the Indians, they just build buildings on top of you.
Well, that's true. But like a normal cemetery, like
Oh,
when
are we
you like
allowed to
buy
use
a
Indians
plot.
anymore? Indigenous peoples. I'm so sorry.
I think that's wrong too. No, Native American. Indigenous is a different thing.
Oh. Is that like a Canadian thing? Probably.
Yeah, I think
Native
so.
Americans, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know. When you were in school, did they say like Indians? There's just a
Yeah, hell yeah, they did.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, granted, I went to a limited amount of school compared to other people, but
Oh, that wasn't even like a school joke, but yeah.
yeah, I'll tell you what. Carmen San Diego said Indians in the shed.
Carmen Sandiego, yes, Carmen Sandiego did say a lot of stuff.
She said a
She said
lot of
some
shit.
stuff. She would probably be that's probably why she doesn't have a new game out.
Yeah.
She's kind of problematic. You know
Yes.
what they have to do? They have to do Carmen Sandiego like they did Tomb Raider. And she doesn't raid tombs anymore. She actually is
Oh.
trying to, yeah, tomb raiding's bad. And now
Yeah.
she teaches players about how bad tomb raiding is. And she fights to save artifacts now instead of like getting them to sell them.
Yeah.
She's like a do-gooder now. They had to like girl boss her into like not being a
A
bad person
little.
because tomb
Hey,
raiding's
the
bad.
newer Tomb Raiders suck, right? Like the
Well,
Alicia
yeah, she's not
Vikander
a
Tomb
tomb
Raiders
raider.
are not
Well,
good.
we should stop calling it Tomb Raider because she's not Tomb Raiding anymore. Tomb Protector, it's just not the same game. Oh, I never liked the Tomb Raider games anyway, if I'm being so for real.
I've only ever seen gameplay of the old Tomb Raiders. I haven't played it myself, but I know that like I enjoy whimsy and I like old controls. I'm fine with old like N64 controls. So like I can get behind it. Granted, I didn't PlayStation, but you know what I mean. But like I saw her like gunfighting a T-Rex, and then like there was like a cheetah that she was like trying to like outrun just on foot. Just like goofy shit, and I was like,
Well,
this
let's
is
be for
tight.
real.
And now it's
Tomb
like
Raider
I'm hiding in the
for
woods.
Tomb Raider's for the straights. Tomb Raider's not for the gays. She's
Wait,
neither a
why?
queen nor like she's just
Oh, she's
a
not girl boss enough. She's not queen enough for the gays.
well, she's not a queen. She's like she's not a like
She's
queen
not
like for the
serving. She's
gays.
not giving. She's not
She's
gathering.
not no. She's serving the straight population is what she's serving.
Is it the triangles? Is it her big ass pyramid titties?
It's every game she's ever been in. The whole like nothing ever makes sense. Like the T-Rex and the cheetah thing. Nothing is ever meant to make sense. She just does stuff that's crazy. She's the female Indiana Jones for boys who have a PlayStation. Back in the day. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. But you see how Indiana Jones isn't for the girlies, he's also for the boys. He's like just a dude like
Oh,
doing dude stuff. She's like a girl doing stuff to make boys buy her games. And that's kind of fucking gross.
dog. Do you remember the old like game
I'm
ads?
kidding. That's not my stance. But also I
That
just
well,
don't
no,
like
you're
her games.
confirmed. Actually, it's been notarized. But sorry, yours. That's just as the stance
It's
from now.
just
But
so fucked up when male game developers use the female form to sell games. That is so fucked up. Is how I really think. Just kidding.
is how I really do. Do you remember the old like ads for like Game Boys and stuff and like games at the time where it was like
Oh
oh
man.
my god, do you remember there was one specific magazine ad for the Game Boy Color, I think, or the original Game Boy. I think it was the Color though, where it was like some girl wearing almost no clothes and she's like hands tied to the bedposts of like a hotel bed, and then it's like in the bottom corner of the image there's like a guy playing Tetris. And it's like seriously distracting, and that's like the ad for the Game Boy is that like if you're in
Yeah.
a room with a woman who can't defend herself sexually and Tetris, you'll play Tetris, and that's the ad. And
Donkey
I
Kong,
remember, yeah, there
female
was
who
that's
can't protect
so funny.
herself.
That's
Have it
such an insane line of ads to have.
also let's just look at I was gonna say Goosebumps, but the blockbuster hit Ghostbusters 2. Same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
instead we
yeah.
degrade women and sexualize them, and then when they are not interested in us, then we basically he just talks shit about her the whole time.
Well, more or less.
Oh man, the old days are insane. You watch some old
Yeah.
movies and you're like, fuck, that's tough.
I know. It feels tough watching them because you're like, how do we
Yeah,
get back to that? You know what I mean? Like, how did we get here?
yeah, you're laughing and you're like, ah, damn, we're never gonna get this again. That's
Yeah,
tough.
like, damn, we really can't go back to the Vietnam War? This is fucked up.
Like you can't just tell your wife, hey,
Shit.
stop fucking talking. I'm working here. You know, you can't
I'm
just be like,
working here.
hi, wife, can you get back to the fucking kitchen real quick?
Oh no. That
I've
true,
I've
true, true,
just been
true.
told our both of our Fortnite creator codes have been disabled. We're
Again?
now banned again. Yeah, it's tough. Apparently, we're not allowed to say that on air. That's tough.
Well,
Well, you know, at least we know one thing. We can say a lot of stuff, but D brand will never get rid of us. You know what I mean? The D brand
true.
sponsorship will never
Yeah.
go wrong.
Worst case scenario, we just move the pod to Kick.
That's hilarious. Well, then we'd have to start talking about crypto and uh casino games and shit.
That's true. Hey, and remember that thing I said before? I will shill for casino games today for the bag. I don't give a fuck.
I don't mind poker.
Immediately.
Yeah, blackjack. It's a good game if you know how to count cards. I'm just, it's not
It's
that
weird counting
that.
cards is illegal, no? That's weird.
Mm, well, you know what's funny?
Yo,
If a casino's saying it's illegal, it's usually not illegal. They just don't
yes.
like losing money.
Correct.
And so for them, and you know what's really weird about casinos? They kind of
Yo.
operate in their
Yeah,
own
they're kind
little
of their own
thing.
thing.
They got
Yeah.
their own police. Have you noticed they have their own like
Oh
if you
yeah.
win a game, they like interrogate you. Like if
Yeah.
you win big, they're like, "Hey, the fuck? I mean, how'd you do that?" You're like, "I don't know. I just gambled, Lamau." And they're like, "Okay, well, we're gonna give you your money, and you're not allowed to be here anymore." And also, too, I don't know. Have you seen some of these YouTube videos? I've watched a couple of them where like they've won. They're going up to the counter, and the counter will incorrectly count the money and give it to you in hopes that you walk away. Because once you walk away from the counter,
You accepted the money. Sorry, bud.
you accepted the money.
Yeah.
So you have to like count, like even if it's $1 million, you have to count all that out, and then they won't
Yeah.
count in front of you. They're not gonna
No.
like you go to the store and you give them cash and they like okay 15,
And
16.
10,
Yeah,
11, 12, 75 is your change? Yeah, they don't do that.
yeah, they won't do that because their whole idea is to try to fuck you. And then if you win, they're like, hey, can we put you in a suite? Can we how do we get our money back as fast as possible? How do
Yeah,
we
they'll start comping your rooms, comping you drinks. There's really
Yeah.
hoping you toss that money back into the hotel.
Brother, if I win
Yeah.
if I win 500, if I win $50,000, you're never seeing me there again. I'm gone. If I win, I'm
Hmm.
out of there. You're
Hmm.
not going to get me to spend more money. I'm going down to the $10 buffet. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
Hmm. You know,
Miss me with that. I'm going to buy like a $7,000 computer and I'm not coming back. And everything else will be, I'll end it.
I'll tell you what. If I won, let's say I won $50,000 playing blackjack or whatever it is, in a fell swoop,
Sure.
just boom, one lump sum, I won 50,000 in one play.
Yeah, you'd have to be betting a lot, but yeah, like my is more of like if I won like a poker thing or whatever, and I
Sure. Yeah.
accumulated whatever,
Right.
like if I'm playing craps or whatever, if I've accumulated a winning of like $1 million or something above more than I would find on the street somewhere, then I'm like just cut my losses and I'm out of there. Cause like I'm not the guy who's gonna be like, man, I got 1 million now. Maybe I can get another million. I'm good with a
I
million.
am. I'm that guy. But I'll tell you what though, I would reserve half. I would reserve I'll tell you what the way I gamble. If I show up to a place with $10, I'll gamble uh and reserve $10. Like let's say I have 10 and I turn it into 15. I'm now gambling with 5. I'm putting away that original 10 and then it's play money at that point. You know what I mean? I can't possibly lose what I
Yeah,
came
but you
in
know
with.
the
You know what
tough
I'm
part
saying?
about that is
Yo.
then you do lose and you're like, Okay, I'll put
No,
5
I'm
more
good with
in."
it. I'm strong mental. Yeah. No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
In practice, I know you're saying that, but in practice, it's you would think twice. You'd be like, "Okay, I know I
No, this is
said
like a
this, but
strat that I used to this is like how I used to
oh,
gamble. Yeah, yeah,
sure.
like yeah, like speaking from like past experience, that's like the move.
Got it." And you're here still, so I guess it didn't work out very well. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, it wasn't ideal. You know what it was? I got tricked by Dave Portnoy and put 700 on safe move.
Uh, fuck Dave Portnoy. Actually,
Yeah,
he's not actually one of the worst ones.
it's
What
not great, but
Cardone? What's his name? Fucking
who?
John Cardone or whatever his
Oh,
fuck ass name is.
yeah.
He's like, this is how you get rich, guys. Okay, you fucking you divorce your wife, you tell your daughter to go to college, and then you put everything on black. And then
Yeah,
I call up Mr. Beast and I say, hey, you need to get on this crypto immediately. This crypto is gonna make you money. And then like you find out
yeah,
later down the line he only told you that because he's getting a kickback for every time somebody goes and uses his code to get crypto. Yeah.
pretty much.
Insane. Yeah, fucking John. I think it's John Cardone. He's some real estate guy.
I believe you. I haven't
Talks
heard of
like
him,
he
but I
has like
believe you.
coke in both nostrils or whatever.
Oh my god.
Just a
Yeah,
fucking
it is odd, isn't it, that like people realize that money's a scam and it's made up to just like control the poor. And then a bunch of dudes who knew computers were like, "Hey, we could just make new money and do the same scam." And then they did.
that's true.
And now we
Well,
have
you know, they're
crypto.
getting sued because of it now and actually losing. Or the people suing are winning, so that's good.
That
The
is good.
scammers are losing. Um well, yeah, because you know what they did? You know what they fucked up? The value got too high, and then the government was like, we're gonna need a cut of that. So then the government started
Yeah,
policing assets, and now they're like, "Oh, we need that crypto tax, or you need to
dog.
file your crypto on your taxes or whatever." And they're like, "But it's an untraceable thing." And then you realize it's not untraceable because
It's super
almost
traceable, actually.
everyone's shit gets fucking hacked on a daily basis, and you can just
Yeah.
click a link and all your shit's gone. This is what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fucking say it. I'm gonna
Please.
go on a little rant. Anyone who fucking tells me crypto is like the safest currency ever, the most best currency ever, and fuck fiat ever. You know what's not going to happen? Someone's not going to come into my house and take my wallet and steal it from my house.
Well,
You know what's going to happen? You're going to click one link on an email and all your Bitcoin's going to be gone, you dumb bitch.
yeah.
Or hey, yeah, let's keep them on these electronic wallets. By the way, let's keep my fucking 20 Bitcoin on electronic wallet. Uh-oh, the battery died accidentally. Uh-oh, a solar flare happened and flipped a couple bits. Your wallet's dead, you stupid ass bitch.
Dog. Brother, yo, hear me out, my man. Hear me
So
out. Could you
insane.
imagine being that guy on 4chan who bought like a pizza from Domino's with 44,000 Bitcoin in like 2009 or whatever it was? Do you remember that?
You stupid ass bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, they were worth like fractions of a penny. He was like,
Yeah,
"Look,
he did
Bitcoin
an
bought me a
AMA a couple
pizza."
years ago.
Could you imagine? That guy spent like what is effectively now like $22 billion on a double pepperoni with cheese.
And hear me out though. How much of that's even liquid anyway? Because if you have 30 Bitcoin, right? How are you getting that out into cash legally? Because
Yeah.
like now there's a lot of steps.
Yeah,
Like you
but at
have
the
to
time,
declare it at the time, yeah. But at the time, again, it wasn't really that expensive anyway because he spent fucking 14,000 on a pizza, right? So it
yeah.
really wasn't worth much anyway at that point.
No, it was
Yeah,
fractions of a
it's
penny.
weird. It's weird. It's cool. Like it's a cool technology, but again, you know,
It is a
eh,
really cool technology, and I'm just gonna go ahead and leak it now. Boys, buckle up for our upcoming Web3 project. We are gonna be dropping a Web3 game where
well, I am a peruser of the YouTube. I have seen some
yeah,
old YouTube videos
from me.
of a certain person who was gonna kickstart a NFT project at some point.
Yeah. I was gonna do that. Have you seen them? Have I shown you the NFT, the little?
You didn't show me, but
Oh, they're
I
called chubby bunnies. They're really cute.
you know what's so funny to me? Not the chubby bunnies, but the fact I wasn't even looking for this content. And I
Just
think
found it,
because my
stumbled upon
YouTube
it.
and Twitch are connected, it gave me like it was like, "Hey, you like this? Here's like another creator." And it was your YouTube and your fucking
That's so
video.
funny.
And I was like, Ain't no way he was gonna do an NFT project. That's so funny."
Yeah. Literally, they're called
Um,
chubby bunnies, and they're so cute.
I
I don't
if I did
know.
that, I would be worried about the tax implications of that. Because I feel like if you're gonna be an NFT guy, you have to already have this like gray area with well, I mean, you're really good at that. You have like a gray area with the law anyway. But like you have
Yeah,
to
well, yeah,
also
fuck the
have
law.
like a gray area financially to be able to sustain that because like you got to hide that money. You got to like wash that money pretty quick. You got to get that shit out of the US ASAP. You got to get that shit invested in some stocks or something, some like so you're not going to get taxed on it.
Well, yeah. Well, no. Well, you silly guy. No, you flip it around and put it into ETFs and start making dividend payments. You get the dividends from your ETF
Oh,
investments, and
and
then
then what you do is then you go and buy a bunch of property and then the
that's
I
right. And then you
see.
become a landlord, and then you're getting paid to have property. Now you're on board.
I see. Also, too, I'm not against it. I could do
And
that.
to be
I could
clear,
be a property manager.
well, that's interesting you say that. I'll have to talk to you about a venture later. But it's fascinating. Here's the thing.
I can evict someone no problem. Hey, you didn't pay me? Get the fuck out of here. I gotta
I don't
get
know
this
if I
shit
have
ready for the next guy.
that. I don't think I have it in me for. I don't think I can evict somebody.
Hey,
I think if
you'll
I
do
had,
the
I couldn't do
business
it.
end. I can do the customer facing end for sure. You handle the business. I'll handle customer facing. Hey, I don't care. I don't. Hey, you know, I'm sorry. You couldn't pay. Well, then you and your dog get the fuck out.
Yeah,
You and
I
your
think I
hamster.
couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you didn't pay Crunchyroll this month, maybe if you fucking stole your anime instead, you could have
That's
enough
so
money to
funny.
pay for fucking your house
You're
and your water
insane
bill.
for that.
Hey, money's money. Money, money. Are you still
I
trying to find fuzzy bunnies?
Yeah, the chubby bunnies. I'm trying to remember where I put them. Cause like
Probably
there's like a
locked them up in
Python
the vault.
script that you can run on an image to like stitch together multiple parts of an image in different combinations or whatever.
Sure.
And I oh yeah, there we go. And I never ran that Python script on it. I just had like the parts, like the pieces of the chubby bunnies. I'll save this here. But yeah, I like had them like outlined and chopped up so that I could like put them into a into a thing, into that
Also,
Python
to be
script and
very
get the
clear,
stuff.
anyone who's listening and still here, joke, by the way. I'm joking.
Which thing's a joke?
It's a joke. I'm not a terrible person, I promise.
Oh. But yeah, check it out. There's gonna be like these little chubby bunnies with like two different types of ears and some accessories. Then we're gonna like the Python script is gonna like scramble them up to there's like I think 12 or
Oh wow.
14,000 of them.
So
Little
Agumon,
pixel
I
art, little
got it.
pixel.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah, they kind of look like Agumon. Yeah, like when he's like the little
Yeah.
ball form or whatever, like the baby
Yeah. They look
Digimons.
like. So you are a fan of Digimon.
I never said I wasn't. I used to demo the card game when it was new. The Upper
Do
Deck.
they have a new card game or whatever? I
Do
was
they?
told there's like a new one. Yeah. My buddy brought it over. He's a big Digimon head.
Oh, that's crazy.
And we played like one game of it, and I was like, this is kind of ass.
Oh, was it like not good?
Well, it's just like the Pokemon TCG for me. I don't know if but I collected Pokemon cards when I was younger, and there were times when we would get bored enough to where friends and I would be like, let's play the Pokemon TCG as it's supposed to be or whatever. Man, fucking kind of bad, kind of a bad game, kind of a shit game. If I'm being so for real, didn't like it. And then we
Really?
got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and then that took off. Also shit game, but
Yu-Gi-Oh?
well, not back
Uh,
then, but like Yu-Gi-Oh now, I would never play Yu-Gi-Oh now. That's for sure.
sure, sure, sure,
You
sure,
kind of
sure.
lose me with the 20 card combo shits. Not that guy. Not that guy.
Sure. Yeah, that is frustrating. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I have always been a fan of how do I say this? Mm, I feel like player interaction is really important in a game. And
Yeah,
if there is no player interaction, there's kind of no point to the game.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah. So like
especially in
solitaire
a
ass
card
games
game.
like that. Well, yeah, well, sure, but like in any PvP setting,
Yeah.
like fighting games that have like a one tap, one kill, like you catch somebody with like a jab and all of a sudden they're like stun locked to dead.
Hmm.
Not tight. Card games where your first turn is 20 minutes and then your opponent doesn't get to play
Yeah.
or is dead.
Or
Not
just
tight.
forfeits or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's frustrating. Um and I find that I don't want to say this too crazily, but I find that people who enjoy that are typically either not good at the thing that it is, and they're looking to reduce player engagement with their opponent because they know they're not that good, or they're playing for money and they would rather sack somebody unstoppably before they have a chance to lose their money. You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, money match me, bitch," and blah blah blah, and then their first turn is 20 minutes like, "Oh, you didn't get to play. Where's my cash, bitch?" But also, those people, when that happens to them, they're like, "Dumb game, fucking stupid game. How dare they?" Well, it was a pretty fun game for you when you thought you could win. So I don't know if the game is the problem or you're the problem, Lamau. But yeah, it is tilting, I feel, when a game has no player interaction like that. Um,
Yeah, it's tough.
yeah, kind of co-op experiences too. You know what I mean? Co-op where you're like where you and your co-op partner basically don't even interact, you just kind of happen to be there at the same time. I think that's very odd. Like you and I playing Borderlands recently, you know, we've been playing through all of them. We're on 2 now, probably, I don't know, 60% through the main campaign of Borderlands 2 or something like that. Um, that has been very fun and cool. And our experience with that is that you and I are both shooting the same stuff in the same room at the same time, and we have to pick each other up. And you know, like sometimes we pick each other up, it's fine, and blah blah blah, whatever. Like
Well, not
we
even that,
like,
but also our like abilities play off each other as well. Like
yeah,
you
I'm
can
holding motherfucker
unlock
still for your,
someone,
yeah,
my thingy goes to it. So there's like another level of engagement there where it's like
yeah.
synergizing and doing different stuff.
Speaking of which, you noted that I was getting on Borderlands 2, not on Wasteland Wednesdays recently in the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
happened
yeah.
to see you pop in. I was like, I see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you
He's
what,
cheating on me.
I was I mentioned to you the reason for that was that I was feeling guilty about the idea of like respecking and changing my build and doing a bunch of like testing and math and stuff when we were
Yeah.
doing Wasteland Wednesday, like eating up our time like that.
Yeah.
I will put this in perspective for you. I was doing um a lot of testing and math and stuff. I it was probably
Mhm.
like 40 minutes of just standing around testing guns and shit. And like I feel like
Yeah.
that would have been a real drag for the momentum of Wasteland Wednesdays.
Yeah. I would never be disrespectful and be like, "Hey, this is a shit time," but you would get a DM going like, "Hey, can we
Like move it
speed
along,
this
speed
up?"
it up, king.
Well, you're kind of different in that way to me. I do that with like WoW and stuff, but when it comes to a game
Yeah.
like Borderlands or any type of RPG where there's like a skill tree, I will put points into things I feel like are fun, devoid of like what the damage is or what it like is building to, unless it comes to a point where I'm like annoyed. Like the other day, I don't normally do this, but I respect. So it's like, man, this reload fucking EMP thing I do,
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking explode. I'm really fucking annoyed because if you have a one-hit sniper, every time you reload, that little thing will go off and the little
Yes.
chime will go off. It's annoying. So I was like, I'm just gonna respec. I usually don't do that. I usually just go with the flow or whatever. Then when end game hits, then okay, builds will start and like min maxing will start, stuff like that. But if I'm just no, but I was just gonna say like when I'm in the process of just playing through the story and having fun, like in a co-op setting, like with you, for example, I'm not really looking for like what the best damage is and what I'm just looking for like what feels good and what like is cool synergetically with the party. There's a lot. I assume a lot of passives in that.
Um some some passives. Like if I'm phase locking something, my health regens really quickly. That's cool. And there's like one that says like I can shoot you and heal you with my bullets. It's like Anna from Overwatch type shit.
Yeah, it's the commando from
Yeah.
B1.
Yeah,
It's
that's kind of
Roland.
tight.
Yeah,
And then there's one that says like if I phase lock something and either of us shoot it, it drops health packs. But like the
nice.
health packs it drops are like homing. They like fly to us.
Yeah, and so like for me, I'm like, oh hey, here's a ability that when I shoot my gun has a 50% chance to bounce to another enemy. That's cool. That looks
Yeah.
neat.
That's
So I'm
Siren
just
from
picking
B1
that.
if you can imagine.
Yeah, and then like when you shoot something and it hits a wall or the ground, it'll ricochet off and hit someone. Like stuff like that is like cool. I like that. It's a neat like that's could take a wasted shot and make it a potential like not wasted shot. Tight. I'm gonna use that. So like stuff for me that like seems cool and seems synergetic with like what we're doing or if we're like having to run a lot and run and gun, and we might be missing a lot of shots, then like, oh, okay, the ricochet thing does kind of make sense because like I have a chance to like get that shot back whenever we're early in the game, and like ammo is kind of, I'm still running out of ammo. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're dealing with that too, but like when we're still running out of ammo, having that like, hey, you might ricochet and hit someone again, tight. It
I
saves me that
wish that was
shot.
a thing with rockets.
That'd be hilarious.
Because that's,
It
I'll tell you
just
what, that's the ammo that
hits
I care
something,
about.
explodes, and then shoots back up in the air and goes somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, Borderlands is so fascinating because I feel like your gun damage could be 0 if you're using effects that do like dots, and
Yeah.
you'd be fine. Like I find the gun damage is almost completely on like not even a factor.
Unless you're fighting something that has an effect on it, which I think is why they made those characters with effects, right? Because then you
What do you
use
mean?
like people who are immune to fire, for instance. That gun damage is 0 anyway. Like you're not doing much with that gun damage if you're using a flame weapon against a flame like
Well,
monster
yeah, you
or
use
enemy.
corrosive or electro or whatever, but
Yeah. Even if it's like an element, like just a elemental lock or whatever, where it doesn't do anything, then it's like, oh fuck, I just use a regular gun, you know? Like sometimes the
are there
damage
those?
from a regular, wasn't there one guy where like we were shooting him with fire and electro and he was just evading both or whatever? I can't remember what enemy it was. It might have been in one.
Yeah, General Knox, the very last guy of the Knox DLC. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was immune to those two things, and that
it's just
fight felt
like,
like it took 100 years.
yeah, so like I think gun damage probably is negligible if you're fighting something with like a hard lock on one element, but it's very few and far between. And also too, like it's great we transitioned to Borderlands because a lot of Borderlands 2 news came out. Borderlands 2, Borderlands 4 news came out. So Gearbox
Recently?
brought a bunch of creators to Gearbox to play the game, and they're finally, the embargo's been lifted so they can talk about it. And
Oh,
a lot of positives, some negatives, some will probably be changed before we see it.
is it pre-orderable?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they dropped it from 80. So it's like I think 69. So I mean what, $10 less, but still pretty good. I'm probably gonna get the like deluxe edition, right? Because then at
What's
some
in it?
point we'll play DLCs if you're still like we're still alive at that point.
Oh, sure. What is what is in the deluxe, the big one?
Like all I think the years.
Oh, just like all the DLC for like a season pass thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
no, you're doing great. Although I will say, it would appear that Borderlands 4 is not pre-orderable on the Switch 2 store yet.
Oh, I wonder if they're going to be held to the $80 price that Nintendo put on all the games. I wonder if they have to do that too.
I
Because
don't think
remember
so.
Nintendo was like, "Hey, we're gonna hike the price to $80 for our releases going forward."
That's not a thing. That's like only the in-house stuff, like core Nintendo stuff, yeah? Like
Oh,
Nintendo developed like in-house projects?
I thought game developers would just go with that price because they're like, "Oh, why would we price differently? We just same price." But
No, no, no.
it's not pre-orderable on Nintendo.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh, that's weird. I
There's a
guess
lot
it
of
makes
Borderlands
sense.
stuff on the Switch store.
Yes, I can pull it up real quick and kind
But
of
no,
run down.
even Nintendo games aren't going to be 80 for the most part. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza is only 69.
I mean, with tax or whatever, it'll end up being close to 80.
Oh, well, sure, but I mean like 80 sticker, which is what, like 92 after tax or something.
That's weird. I thought they said it was going to be like $79. Maybe they walked that back also because they got pushback.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. But yeah, I know like the Street
Uh,
Fighter 6 Switch 2 version is only 60.
Oh my god.
Hogwarts Legacy Switch 2 version is only 60.
I'm gonna be so for real. I hope this isn't scuffed. I didn't mute the Twitch stream together tab. So like
Like maybe there's a double audio lamau.
I might have cooked us. I don't know. This is like a
That's
breaking the
very
fourth
funny.
wall. If I cooked us, I'm so sorry.
I'll tell you what, if you cooked us, I won't be upset. Because you're goaded, and you know you're goaded, and you know I think
Yeah,
you're goaded.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And
So,
plus the audio listeners, they're probably enjoying it as kind of a fun little binaural moment.
so I'll go down the just all the info we know about Borderlands, right? Borderlands
Please,
4.
yeah.
So, September 12th, 2025. Borderlands
September
4 base,
12th. Okay.
$69.99. Borderlands Deluxe Edition, $99.99.
Ugh.
Borderlands Super Deluxe Edition, $129.99, which is kind of in line with all the other like super deluxe guys.
Okay.
What you get, and so what I'll do is I'll run down everything we get with everything, and then I'll go into detail of what those things are, because there's
Okay.
a lot of stuff going on. So standard edition comes with the base game. Every edition comes with a pre-order bonus of the Gilded Glory pack. Deluxe
Okay.
edition comes with what I just said, plus the Bounty Pack bundle and the Firehawk's Fury bundle.
Firehearts. Okay.
The Super Deluxe edition comes with everything I just said from the past two versions, and the
Yeah.
Vault Hunter pack and the Ornate Order pack. Now, you might be wondering, okay, what are those things? Good, I'll tell you. I'm right here.
Uh-huh.
Hi,
Uh-huh.
welcome in.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So the Gilded Glory pack, which is what you get
Okay.
for the deluxe edition, is the Vault Hunter skin. It looks like for the Siren, a weapon skin, which looks like an ordnance weapon, so like a heavy machine gun or some type of rocket launcher gun. And then you get a skin for your Echo 4, the little mini robot guy we get.
Oh, I think I've seen a picture of that. It's like a barrel fed thing, right? The gun.
Yes, it
So like
looks
a
like
little
it's
ammo
a
drum at the bottom.
machine gun. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that is the pre-order bonus. That's the pre-order bonus Gilded Glory pack. You get that in every version if you pre-order, right?
Okay. Sure. 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 Sure.
The Super Deluxe Edition, hold on. Why? I see. So I went over the Gilded Glory pack. Now for this is Deluxe Edition specific now. So you don't get
Yeah.
this in standard.
Okay.
Bounty Pack bundle and the Firehawk's Fury bundle. Bounty Hawk bundle includes 4 unique areas featuring new missions and unique bosses. So I'm assuming this is like a DLC.
Okay.
4 vault cards with unique challenges and rewards.
4 vault
4
cards. Okay.
new gear and weapons. New Vault Hunter cosmetics and 4 vehicles with new cosmetics. 4 new vehicles with new cosmetics. So I'm imagining 4 new vehicles means new, separate from anything in base game that you can
Yeah.
drive,
Right.
with new cosmetics for those specific 4 new vehicles. The Firehawk's Fury is a weapon skin specifically. So that's specifically just a weapon skin. So not
Okay.
a lot of value there, but the bounty pack bundle seems like it's a DLC. It should be called DLC, I feel like, or like
Yeah.
it seems like it would be like what a Borderlands 2 or 1 DLC would be, like new zones, new things to do. Seems like it's a new mission type, which I'm imagining is called a bounty. Don't know much about it. It seems cool. Whatever.
So some kind of like boss hunt mission.
I would assume so, right? The Ornate Order pack that comes with now we're in the Super Deluxe edition, so everything we talked about previous was Super Deluxe. Plus,
Got it.
so plus these Vault Hunter pack and the Ornate Bounty pack, 4 Vault Hunter skins, 4 Vault Hunter heads, 4 Vault Hunter bodies. So that's like
Okay.
a skin pack. And then the Vault Hunter pack is where we get kind of into the meat and potatoes. Two new
Okay.
playable Vault Hunters. Two new story packs featuring all new story and side missions.
Okay.
Two new map regions. New gear and weapons, new Vault Hunter cosmetics, new Echo 4 cosmetics. So what Vault Hunter pack seems to be is it gives us two new DLCs, and each DLC will have a story mode with side missions and story. I am imagining the two playable Vault Hunters, then one in each story mode, one in each DLC pack.
Sure.
And then the new gear and weapons, obviously, probably each DLC has that. So that is the super deluxe, like for everything edition.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not doing like physical statuettes and like physical like trinkets and like media that way. It's just all like digital DLC extras, mostly skins and stuff.
It looks like so the pre-order bonus. Well, no. So I'm sure they're gonna have a physical deluxe edition at some point. I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's usually not on like Steam, so that'll be like a separate, probably on their website. There probably will be a statue of some kind, but it won't be. Physical editions don't get listed on Steam, so I don't know anything about that specifically. These are just the deluxe digital editions.
Yeah.
Um, so it seems like the Vault Hunter pack is like a year one pack or whatever, probably. It's like what like the season one would be on like any of the other DLCs or whatever. Like so it
Right.
looks like two separate DLCs that come at a different time. Yeah. Borderlands 4 Vault Hunter pack consists of two separate post-launch DLC packs. Yeah. So it'll just be like DLC story stuff.
Hmm. Okay. I kind of fuck with that.
I
I
wish it
kind
was
of
more
fuck with that.
content versus skin stuff, but their skin system is kind of cool now. So I think there is some type of value in the skin cuz like we do get skins in the game as well, but also like there's a lot of DLC and B1, B2, B3 where it's like the same thing where like there's a lot of skins. So it's like it's still Borderlands. More info about the bounty pack. So the bounty pack consists of four separate post-launch DLC packs. Oh, wait a minute. The bounty pack bundle included deluxe as Borderlands 4 bounty pack bundle. Individual DLC packs make up the bundle. Will be available separate. Okay, so it looks like they're being interesting with their wording. DLC packs. So that's 4 DLCs plus 2 DLCs. So 6 DLC packs with new missions, new guns, new vehicles, new Vault Hunters.
It sounds like I could buy the base game and then just a la carte the stuff that I cared about from those DLC packs then, eh? Or not I, like a person could.
Not a la carte will pick and choose what you want from the DLC packs. You're probably gonna have to buy the pack outright.
Ah,
You know what I
no, I'll
mean?
rephrase. I mean like if I cared about one pack over the other three, and I was like, oh, I'll get the premium mega $99 one. I could just get the
Yeah, you could.
$70 one and get like the one DLC pack I actually cared about and save
Um,
28 bucks.
well, the DLC
Like none of
pack.
it seems version exclusive, I guess is what I'm saying. It's just the base game plus the optional DLC in one purchase.
Well, the $99 one would get you the 4 DLCs from the bounty pack. The 4 story DLCs.
Right. Right.
And then so I'm imagining those would be like 4 separate DLC purchases. I'd imagine if each DLC is a purchase.
But I'm saying there's like nothing that it sounds like there's nothing that comes with the big versions that you can't just buy later. Like there isn't like a Vault Hunter cosmetic only found in the Super Ultimate version, Lamau. Like it's all available as DLC later, regardless.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you that specifically. I don't want to lean you the wrong way there.
Right.
I imagine the cosmetics will be exclusive to the. You'd have to go and buy the deluxe edition if you want the deluxe edition stuff. I'd imagine, right?
Really, you don't think it's just like separate DLC you can pick up on its own?
I don't think you're going to be able to. What I'm saying is, I don't think you're going to be able to be like, I really want that ornate pack skin for that one guy I want to play, and you can a la carte that one skin. You're gonna have to buy the ornate pack for all the skins and
Yes,
get
but you
everything.
can buy the ornate pack, not the super deluxe edition of the game that it comes with.
I would imagine they would do that, but again, I don't like. It's hard to tell because there's no
Sure.
like there's no separate SKUs listed, and they don't say can be bought at a later date or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
It would
Although,
seem like it would be cheaper to buy it outright instead of buying per thing. I mean,
oh,
I'm
assuredly.
looking at it from my point of view because I'm probably gonna play every DLC that comes out for the game because I'm just a Borderlands head anyway, and it looks like there's a lot of mission stuff.
I'm wondering if we will have to not play it when it comes out.
Hmm, why just being broken?
No, because I bet if you click on that pre-order now button, there is no way to pre-order it for the Switch, even though you can pre-order it for the other stuff. Because it's not on the Switch store right now, but it is pre-orderable now. I bet it doesn't launch on the Switch. I
No,
bet
they
it.
said they said it was gonna launch everywhere. It would behoove them to say, "Hey, we have this cross-platform game. We're not gonna launch at the same time." That'd be weird, no?
Huh.
Oh,
I don't think it's coming out for the Switch at the right. I think the Switch is coming out later. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We might be getting got by Gearbox here a little bit. By 2K.
that's unfortunate. Well, the plans have gone out the window. Unfortunate.
Same plan, new date. Same plan, new date. Hmm. Ah. Borderlands 4 available on the PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC via Steam and Epic Game Store at launch September 12th, 2025. A Nintendo Switch 2 version is also planned for sometime later in 2025.
Yeah, that's tough because my plan was I wanted to stream it.
Yeah, I know. Good morning, my
I
love.
wanted
Hi,
to stream it
hi.
on release. That's fucking hyper
Audio listeners are
tough.
going to be like, wait, why did he say that? But I broke the fourth wall a little bit there. But I am being told that probably Borderlands 4 is available on PCs that will be accessible to me.
Oh, you think so?
Seems to be word on the street. I did for audio listeners, I did break fourth wall a little bit there, Lamau. Hee hee ha ha. But
I mean, it would probably get mangled and destroyed in shipping, but I could ship you my gaming laptop, which
Oh,
has like a 2080 in it, I think.
oh my god.
Yeah, remember when I said I like invested a lot and like was able to build the PC? I was able also with the remaining funds to just buy a laptop just because I
What
wanted
the
to.
fuck?
I
Huh.
just kind of had that money at the time. Kind of, I was in a shmoney situation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I didn't bring this up to you at the time because it just didn't come up. I didn't think to mention it.
What?
But audio listeners probably are unfamiliar, but the homies that are listening live right now, probably most of them know. My babe picked up that new job offer, they got the offer letter all the way through, assigned like docu signed it and all this. And she has a start date and everything else. They're just like giving her a new computer for work and personal use. Like, here, have a computer, please. And along with that, Babe's laptop is a bit better than my computer.
I
It's a
see.
bit newer, a bit better. So probably Borderlands 4 would run fine on her laptop, which,
I see.
that would be that would be available to our disposal for this project. What with her
Yeah,
having her own like new computer anyway.
and I imagined if you didn't want to overwork that computer, you could just PC stream it. So then it's just having to focus on the
But use it
computer.
like a capture, like use it like a console
Yeah,
to.
and
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
already
yeah, yeah.
have a capture card.
Yeah, so be streaming
So,
from the desktop and then
yeah.
playing Borderlands on the. I
So
don't know how to
that
set that up, but I do
laptop
know it's set
wouldn't
upable.
I
So
don't know how strong her laptop is. That's why I'm saying
yeah,
that because then her laptop wouldn't have to work twice as hard. And then
right.
your PC is probably just fine to like be a stream machine, you know? If it's just running OBS itself, like that's really not a lot of overhead to be doing much. Like you
No,
can do
hardly
that
any.
with like anything, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
imagine
yeah.
like a 1080 should definitely be able to transcode no problem with doing nothing else.
That's true.
So that could be an option too. So maybe we're not cooked, Lamau. Maybe we're good.
Yeah, possibly this is fine.
I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's fine. Because my plan, I really wanted to, because I don't do a lot of this. I mean, obviously, I don't do a lot of like day one stuff. I did
Yeah,
it with like WoW and stuff. I did do it with stuff like I really, really love, and I have the money to do it. But I really wanted to do this day one as like a just a memories thing, I guess. Just because I wanted to do it with three and wasn't able to, and like being able to uh do it would be really cool as like a,
that would be really
if
cool.
not like a big stream event thing, just like a for me thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. 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 No, of course. I wonder if we won't have to ramp up production a little bit on Borderlands 3 to get through it in time.
Oof. Yeah, that's I was thinking that actually. I was looking at VODs. I was trying to download the fucking 100 gigs worth of VODs we've had through like the Borderlands adventures. Yeah, that's another thing too. We'll get into that. That's another pin on that side piece. But
The
yeah,
VOD?
so, the fucking VODs, dude. So I'll come back to it in a minute. So still on Borderlands. From what the players has said, so I watch Luke Stevens and
I've heard
then
that name. I know that
Steffens.
name.
Yeah, I talk about him quite a bit because he's really not cool because he has a lot of like middle of the road takes. He's not like super. He doesn't fall into one of the two like
Oh,
warring faction categories. He's like very
sure. Very
just
measured guy who says
the
things that are
facts.
just
Yeah.
like, yeah, same
Hey,
as me.
don't
Got
be
it.
super. Hey, don't be funny. Hey, don't be.
Ah!
Also, since they're breaking the fourth wall, hey Lily, welcome in. Um,
That's so funny.
um,
That's our fourth wall
uh,
break for the episode is to specifically welcome
yeah.
Babe in.
What was I gonna say? Fuck. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Luke Steven.
Yeah. So when he works with a company, he always requests that they put in the contract that he's able to speak his mind and they won't try to change it. And he does that. So then when a company does come back and it's like, hey, we want you to change your video, he's like, well, it's in the contract. I'm not going to change what I said.
I see. Sure.
So some companies won't work with him because of that, Bethesda, but other companies
Yeah.
will. And Gearbox did do that. And then also like Death linked a couple stuff in Discord. So there's like been a lot of creators who have put their footage together and have like reviewed it separately. There's some props and slops.
Sure. Props and
The
slops. Laid
writing,
on
the
them.
writing seems to be very well balanced within the universe and not kind of like out of date internet memes anymore. It seems
Oh,
to be like they've noted that writing style didn't work with Borderlands 4. They're aware of it and have opted not to do that. 3, yes. And they're instead doing more jokes and stuff in line with the universe, like in universe kind of
okay.
jokey and kind of like B1, B2 kind of vibe. I'm imagining there's some Easter eggs, but it's not going to be like internet culture meme B3. You know what I mean?
Sure. B3 was hard to take, dude. Like I know I have like a hardline opinion on that, but like fuck, that was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have a hardline opinion, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You can have that opinion, and
Yeah.
apparently a lot of other people have that opinion because they changed it. They're not writing like that.
True. True. Yeah,
Um,
even the game company was like, "Yeah, we'll work on that."
so in 4, they are focusing on having quests not be cross map. where, and when I say that, not having to travel and load between different areas to get to a point, they want to make that play style as um less load screens as possible for doing quests and quest lines and stuff, so more
Okay.
cohesiveness.
Sure. 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 Sure.
There's a lot more dynamic um encounters going on. So Luke talked about in his playthrough, he was playing and then something like crash landed in front of him, like a meteor or something, and he like picked up a quest from it, and then it led down this whole side quest route that took him like 15 to 20 minutes to do. I think that's kind of cool. So
That's
there's
kind of
like
fun.
a lot of side quests like that happening dynamically
Sure.
throughout the world.
Yeah. Okay.
um
Love that.
some slops. The right now there's no filter for that top navigation spot. So while there's a lot to do in the world, it does get cluttered up and it's hard to see icons, because
Oh, really?
they're all kind of this like white grayish color. So I imagine that's going to be fixed, because I think every YouTuber I watched had that same issue, and they were playing this in front of the devs. So I imagine there was a conversation like, hey, this kind of fucking sucks, so either give us like a filter or something, so it, the navigation isn't gummed up with a bunch of icons. So while there's a lot of content, it also isn't really great to look at on the little thing right now. Um, so they gave him that feedback. The guns, they said, felt really good. One reviewer said it was hard to play on mouse and keyboard, which is hilarious because he's like, I also like playing on controller. So like when
Right.
you tell me you like playing on controller and mouse and keyboard feels weird, I'm just like, yeah, because you're a controller guy. Like that's why would you put that in your video? I thought that was kind of weird. Now it kind of annoyed me a little bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Because it's not. It's less about the game objectively and more about his preference of gaming, kind of a sweeping sense.
Yeah, he's like, In general, I like playing on a controller, but I tried it on mouse and keyboard to give you guys the vibe." And it's like, bro, I don't want your opinion on the vibe if you're a controller guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like if
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
told you, like, "Hey, Xbox fucking sucks, but I'm more of a PlayStation guy." It's like, why am I taking your opinion on how Xbox is if you like PlayStation? Like, because you're gonna tell me all the games on Xbox suck because you like PlayStation. You're gonna tell me, mouse and keyboard felt weird to you because every game you play that's like this, you play it with a controller. It's weird to me
Yes.
to put that in your review.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So he like complained about that. What other complaints were there? Um, there were some issues with like UI not completely telling them how to like use the gun system, that new park system. Though a lot of them said like when they gave this info to like the Gearbox guys, they're like, "Oh yeah, we kind of like fix that in the current build, so like that's not going to be an issue." So it'll like kind of explain things more, because the park
Yeah.
system was kind of confusing to people. But it seems like it's going to be like more pronounced in the UI and like kind of explain it to you more. Like there's going to be more explainers.
Uh.
Um
Okay. I can get behind that.
and then Luke couldn't give us footage of the vault thing they did. Like the remember they said there's gonna be like vault dungeons or whatever for like vault keys and kill boss. So they weren't able to give footage on that, but he said it was really fun and intuitive, and like each one had its own like storyline within it they were doing. So that's kind of tight. So it was like this overarching
Interesting.
story. The only thing I worry about is just because I just did this with like shadows, non-linear story. In the zone that Luke played, he said it shouldn't be a problem. He felt like the story, what even though it was non-linear, was cohesive. I'm gonna have to feel that out. And he's like I guess he's a professional, so I'm not saying
Yeah.
he's wrong. I'm
Sure.
just saying I might have a different opinion on that. Because
Right.
notoriously, we've talked about this. I'm not a fan of super non-linear stuff. I would prefer a main story to be more linear and like side quests and stuff to be non-linear. However, we'll see. You know, this isn't an MMO, so maybe the non-linear parts will work a little better. You know,
I see. Yeah. Huh.
Someone so
Well,
so a couple reviewers did say there's like this cool mechanic where like obviously remember when we were going through the thing, they're talking about like the time master, whatever his name is, the big bad of the game. So he will be like looking down on us the whole time we're playing. So he's like actively trying to like I guess from what the story is, it was hard to piece together what exactly they were trying to say because they had to skirt around certain things. They couldn't like give a lot of stuff away. But it
right.
was like it's almost like the big bad is actively sending people after you, trying to stop you. So it's like
Like in real
he's
time.
like dynamically, yeah. So that's kind of cool. That could be an interesting, um, like
That'd be
your,
an interesting mechanic for like a Power Rangers game. Where like Rita and Zed are like throwing putties at you from the moon in real time.
but honestly, he
It
kind of
sounds like
sounds like
that's
a
kind of what
Power
they're
Rangers
doing.
villain. That's kind of why I like this villain a little bit. He
Yeah.
kind of is like a enslave the world Lamal kind of Power Rangers villain. Like it's just enough Borderlands to be Borderlands, but it's also kind of like oh, it could be Power Rangers too, which is kind of fun.
Okay. I fuck with that. I
I
like
kind
Power
of fuck with
Rangers.
that. Yeah.
Huh.
So that's the high level props and slops. Guns seem really fun and diverse. There's a couple things with UI that Gearbox has said they're actively working on, and also too, it should be noted they were actually playing on an older build, like a
Hmm.
build from like months ago,
Oh, okay.
and they weren't even on the latest build. So I imagine a lot of things have improved even when they were playing it. And of course, I'm telling you all the things, so you didn't really hear it from them specifically.
Oh, okay,
So
well.
tone might be a little tough to like get across or whatever from like each person I watched.
Right.
But the consensus, the top level TLDR consensus feels like Borderlands again. Guns are fucking sick. Story probably sick too. So I'm hype.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I fuck
it's
with it.
not and the cool thing about like some of the people I watched were like Borderlands heads, but I try to also pick non-Borderlands heads because I want like the non-Borderlands head opinion versus
Right.
like the guy who's gonna dick ride Gearbox. And
Yes.
some of the non-dick riders are saying they really enjoyed what they played. So that makes me happy and hopeful, you know? Because if a non-dick rider saying that, and like Luke is notoriously anti-hype. He's like, hey guys, remember, don't be hype about this. Don't pre-order. He's very anti-pre-order, anti like don't overhype shit. And he's even like, hey, I'm not trying to hype it up. Might be a good game. I'm like, oh shit, okay. I'm kind of getting
Hmm.
excited. Might be the first game I've been excited about in a long time. Like for real, like
Wow, big thing to
pre.
say.
I don't pre-order games. I
Sure,
notoriously
same.
love Assassin's Creed Shadows. I did not pre-order that game. Well, because I didn't have the money. But if I did have the money, wouldn't have pre-ordered it. I'm I'm kind of like, hey, let me get that pre-order bonus. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
True.
Kind of
Yeah, this is
excited.
one of those times, eh?
Man, there's not a lot of IP I really love anymore. And Borderlands 3 was almost that like maybe I just outlived Borderlands and I'm kind of done with it, but I'm kind of back.
Right.
Playing 1,
Well, that is a good feeling, eh?
playing 2 has been really fun and it's like just like I remember it, just a fun fucking time with friends. Yeah, I'm just having a good fucking time with it.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's fun to play a series. Now, and again, right? You have to like not look at anything Randy says. Randy, get
Pitchford?
off Twitter, you fucking idiot. Stop.
Why this
Stop
time?
torpedoing. No, he's just always on Twitter doing too much.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? And apparently he's done this with like every game he's ever released. So I get it. But also, hey, Randy, just put down the Twitter. Put it down. Um, but yeah, no, I'm really excited. And I know you're like an anti like get super hype guy. But like I
Yes.
think I come with good tidings for you to be like, okay, maybe we're safe this time. Maybe we have
You
dodged the
know,
bullet, you know?
I just I I'm a skittish. I'm just a skittish little guy. You know what I mean? When it comes to matters of like, do I have faith in this? Do I like
Hey,
do
I
I
get
want it
it.
to be good though? I'm just a
Look,
little
I
scared
after
guy.
Dread, I get it, bro. After Metroid Dread, I fucking get it, dude.
Bro. Yeah, you
I
were
get
hearing
it.
that. You were hearing
I
all
was
that.
there. I was in the cut for that.
To be
Hear me
clear,
out though.
if I start that, I won't explain that for the audio listeners because if I did, that would be the podcast and there would be nothing else
Yeah,
said. And
it
in fact,
was
it
a
would be more than
long.
one pod. It's a lot to say. And if you can
Yeah,
imagine, I gave Babe the truncated version because I know she's like not with the nuance, like for
no, I was
like
there.
she
I was
doesn't
there for
need
the
the
whole thing.
detail. Yeah, well, for the audio listeners,
True,
like
true, true.
they don't like Babe. I gave her the sky view because I didn't want to like bog down with like a bunch of unnecessary
Yeah,
extra, you know what I mean? And it was
yeah,
still I was like yapping about fucking Metroid Dread being shit for like an hour 40,
yeah, yeah,
a long time. So like, man, I just worry a lot. I'm a little
yeah.
worried guy.
Now, hear me out, right? I would be worried if Gearbox was like, "Hey, we want to bring a bunch of creators here. Don't post anything. We'll wait until after launch. We
That
don't want
is,
like
yeah,
you're
that would be
embargoed till
tough.
launch." Or like they didn't bring any creators in and they were like, you guys will see it at launch, no problem. We want to keep it under wraps." I'd be worried at that point. Anytime a game developer doesn't want to show the game, yikes, right?
Yes.
Hyper yikes. However, Gearbox is, from what they've said versus what everyone is saying, it seems to all be aligning in a direction that's good, like net positive for everyone,
Yeah.
including them. Because also, if they make a good game, they make more money, and that's good. They should make more money if they make a good game. I like that because then we get better content. And if the game is good and a lot of people buy it, then we can get more good, and that's good. Bam, bam, bam. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, hmm. You know, here's where I'm at with it. Here's my whole thing with it, right? And maybe I'm crazy for
You've
this.
leaned away from the mic.
Oh, might be. Yeah, here's where I'm at with it. I'm getting to like I'm in my brain with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Is that like
Yeah.
I think the thing that is the most scary is that I I have stakes here if the game sucks. You know what I mean? Like I actually care a lot about Borderlands.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after 3
Mhm.
happened, in my head I'm like, "Oh, man. Really though?"
Well, hey, bad games can happen. It now depends on, is it a bad company or is it, because like, hear me out, right?
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 happened, then Tiny Tina's happened, and I'll stand on business. That was a fun game. People just hate Tiny Tina, and that's fine. I thought that was a really fun game and a really interesting in-depth game to play as far as like builds go, guns go, stuff like that. Really fun romp in the bipolar world of Tiny Tina. I think that so I would be as worried as you if they were going, yeah, we heard from our fans that B3, the gunplay was really bad, stuff like that. And they were like, but hey, we heard from a huge amount of people that like the writing was really good. And I was like, ooh, you didn't learn your lesson. But like, not only has the team said, and this isn't like gamers theorizing, this is like in interviews the team
Yeah.
has said, because there's also a new interview recently
Yeah,
where
yeah, yeah.
the director himself was like, yeah, we know that Borderlands 3 didn't hit in the department of story writing. We tried to do a lot of like meme stuff that like didn't hit internet culture wise. He's like,
Yeah,
we're
Dr.
keeping all
Disrespect
that
had a
stuff.
gun, Elon Musk had 2 guns.
Yeah, so they're like, we're really keeping it in world building, like in world humor. That's not to say there won't be Easter eggs, but it's not going to be pee pee poo poo left shark Lamau. But it's like from when the game was started, not like internet humor from when the game releases. You know what I mean? So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not. It seems like from what everyone is saying that the lessons might have been learned, and they might have a team of people who learn, and that's tight.
Sure.
And that's tight. Now, again, I won't fault you for being like, I'm not a pet class guy. Kind of sucks that the thing I like has a pet class now. That's tough. I'm sorry for that. Also, pet
Well,
classes are
she's not
tight.
solely pet class, so it's
She's not
better.
solely pet class, no, but she has a pet class system involved with her, and I know how you, for some reason, dislike pet classes, and I'll work with you on that. We'll get you back into
Into pet
enjoying pet
classes, I
classes.
don't know that we will,
I
but you're
fucking love
welcome to
pet.
try.
Brother, if there's one thing I ever look for in a game, it's like, can I have a pet?
That's well, hold on. I'm down to have pets, just not combat pets.
Combat pets specifically.
Yeah. If it's like
No, no, I
Borderlands
like
4 as a
combat.
home builder and I can have like a cool dog that shows at my house,
No,
I'm so in for that.
the
But
dog has to
like,
fight with me for sure. Pokemon style, I have to tell it what to do, and it does it.
imagine Borderlands 4 having a home builder mode. Build like a little
There's
happy home builder mode.
in the Borderlands 4 having like a home system, that'd be tight.
Yeah, just like get a spot on Pandora.
Man, Borderlands 4 would lend itself to having like a home system
Yeah.
because I would love like there's
Like
no
you get a spot in
armor,
New Haven or in Sanctuary.
fucking gun racks, dude. I
A
want
gun rack would be really tight, no?
fuck the bank, just give me a gun rack, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just give
agreed.
me the gun rack, please.
And we know they can load a bunch of guns at a time because like
Yeah.
Borderlands 1 Cromrax must drop like 45,000 guns when you kill his ass. So like
Yeah.
there can be a
Oh,
lot
they
of guns on
also
the screen at a
said
time.
so yes, you remember the Moxie relive machine or whatever where you can go back and fight bosses?
Oh, yeah.
That is not just for the experience of going and fighting them. They redrop weapons and you can
Oh,
get new
well, yeah, I'm sure
customizations
it's
on stuff.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's to, like, farm their drops
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah, that was tested and it seems like it's really fun and engaging from what people said.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
So there's also too chances to random spawns. You know how like badasses pop up every now and then. There's also a chance that other side bosses can pop up at a given like re-pop up and show up in the world.
Oh,
So you can
that's
be
fun.
like, oh hey, super badass dude I fought side boss somewhere. He just pops back up and he's like, yo, what's up, motherfucker? Round two, you know. So I
That's
imagine that's all.
crazy.
Yeah. So it seems like again,
Interesting.
it seems like there's a lot of stuff to do. It seems really fun. The footage, I mean, you can go back and look at the footage if you wanted, but the footage seemed good. Like it just seems like a really good looking game and fun game in general.
That's so
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
Okay, I fuck with that. Yeah, because like, I know, like, there's been, like, a few projects that have come out and I've, like, have expressed, like, "Oh, I shouldn't have let myself be hyped for this."
Yeah.
Or, like, things that are about to come out where I'm like, "I shouldn't have let myself be hyped for that."
Well, you know what
So, like,
you know what
I would like I'm optimistic that this won't be one of those times, but I'm optimistic in the sense of, like, I'm telling myself that. I'm verbally out loud saying, like, "Hey, this is okay to be hype about," but I'm also kinda like, I'm, like, holding my hand up just in case, like, they swing on me because 'cause they've been drinking a little bit on the Friday.
well, hey,
Like,
one more thing to add on to it. They've also most game companies go, "Hey, we need to push this back a little bit." Remember, they pushed this game up. This is coming out faster
which is
than it
so
previously
weird.
was, which is
Such
doesn't
an odd
happen in the
choice.
industry. So if it comes out and it's actually like a banger, then they've done something no one in the gaming industry has been able to do in a long time, which is push up a game and it be actually good. So hey,
Yeah,
if they can do that, they win my respect on that.
I agree. Yeah, that's sick.
Because Gearbox, I don't think was ever a bad company. They just Borderlands 3 didn't hit, and then the Telltale games just fucking suck. And I think all Telltale games suck. I think that I might be
Well,
on the
yes.
island for that. There
No,
is a
if you're on
market
an
for
island
those
there, we're
guys.
on it together. Like, let's
Yeah,
be clear about that.
there's an island for people who enjoy Telltale games. It's not me.
Yeah, Telltale is, like,
Yeah,
fine to exist. I'm happy that they are around for people who
yeah,
want that, but also, um,
not for me. Yeah,
I would say if you enjoy Telltale games, probably you should just grow up and read a book.
that's so funny.
Like,
True.
you probably don't really wanna play a video game, you want to read a story. So maybe just read a book. You know what I mean? Like, find a
Yeah,
book and read that. Now me, I haven't cracked open a book to read since, The Shed. So I'm not like a reader guy like that. I'm looking for gameplay. You know what I mean?
yeah. You're not the you aren't a shed guy, or you want to go back to the shed.
No,
What's
I'm
the
not a
vibe?
Shed guy. I'm not a Shed guy.
I
I
see.
ain't
I
read a
see.
book since The Shed. I'm not looking for
I
like a
see.
book. I'm looking for a game to play.
I
I want to play a
see.
game that makes me sweat like from 14 spots. You know what I mean? I'm trying to have like sweaty palms, sweaty feet, sweaty forehead. I'm trying to be like, yo, this is like that Nicki Minaj sound from TikTok, the
Yeah.
I want to be like experiencing that in real time in a game. I'm not looking for
Oh,
like
so I meant to ask you. Now that we're on the topic of games, when's the Metroid playthrough coming?
that's so funny you ask that. I'm gonna tell you a story. I bought my Switch 2 a couple of days after release, like 2 days after release, right?
Yeah.
And I walked in and I was looking around. I got the Switch. I was like, "Hey, can I get the thing out of the case?" Because I went to an electronics store that had like the case. It's like locked up. And
Mhm.
they're like, "Can you get the Switch out to it?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, 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 bet, 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 bet." And then I was like, "You guys got? I didn't see it in here. Is there like more stuff in the back you didn't put out yet, maybe, or is like this is it?" And they're like, "No, that's it. Were you looking for a thing?" I was like, "Yeah, I was looking for Metroid Prime 4." And you know what they said to me? We got one copy and it sold out immediately. Sorry, dog. We had one copy of that and it just gone. So I was like, damn, fuck. Okay, I see. So I said to myself, I was like, I'll just get the DLC. Oh, not DLC, but like the digital version. You know what I mean? I'll just download it on like as a digital game.
Mhm.
Guess what? Doesn't even have a release date. That person
How
was just
could how
wrong.
could
That person was just
uh
mistaken.
wait, it doesn't have a release date? I thought it
No,
was
coming
released with the Switch.
2025, baby.
Oh.
But yeah, doesn't
Why did
exist
I
right now.
think it was released with the console?
For the same reason that I did, probably because it seemed like it was, but it's not.
Didn't they say it was? Am I
Yes.
okay?
Well,
So I'm
yes, yes. That's to my understanding. They were like, and also when the Switch 2 drops, play this thing. And I was like, oh, cool.
yeah,
Nice.
that's what I was gonna say. I was assuming it was a launch title
Yeah,
for sure.
nope. It's coming out in
Oh.
like December.
Oh.
That's like a
Well, hey, at least
Christmas
you have that
launch.
to play. That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, so that'll be fine.
Merry
And
Christmas.
then I'm gonna sit Babe down on the couch and be like, my love, let me show you this. And she'll be like, I'm gonna do anything else. And I'm like, okay, yeah, true, true, true. And it won't be her
Yeah.
fault. Cause like she's willing to watch, and it's not about her not being willing to watch, but I
Mm.
can tell that that would be a really boring thing to she'd be like, yo, mm,
As a
not
only
not
playing
gripping me.
Metroid as an only playing Metroid in Smash guy, I agree. Yeah, it's a
Playing
hard sell.
Metroid and Smash is so funny.
Or Samus, sorry.
Yeah, I like it when Zelda pulls the sword out of the thing in Zelda. That guy's cool.
Well, so here's my thing. I didn't grow up with that. I grew up with Smash. I grew up playing Smash with the
Yeah,
homies.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I picked the character that looked cool. And that
Yeah,
was Samus is the only
Samus.
person that looks cool in that game to me. Like,
Whoa, you don't think Link looks cool in Smash
no, because here's
64?
why. I like Iron Man. And what's the closest thing that they have to Iron Man? Her.
Yeah, it's
So I
very
was like,
Iron Man
oh,
like suit.
a
Yeah,
cool roly poly Iron Man suit that I can like charge up a shot and like
roly poly.
get him like straight off the edge somewhere. Tight. I like that.
Yeah,
Tight.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's why I started playing her. So I didn't even know anything about her games. I again didn't haven't played a single Metroid game.
Yeah,
You know,
horror adventure games.
yeah. So that's all that said.
Yeah,
Tight.
yeah, yeah. It'll be fun when it drops. I'm looking forward to it. And then if it sucks, I will scream and cry and throw up and piss my pants. And I will never recover emotionally or physiologically. I will get boils and my arms will fall off. So
If it does suck, can we get the SK stream of just what went wrong and how the IP is going in a terrible direction and it's dead at this point? Like, can
it's
we
funny
get
you would
that?
say that because it's not that you can get that, it's that everyone will have to sit through that.
I want
There
that
won't
though.
be a
People
choice.
want that.
Yeah, there won't be a choice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
We
yeah.
deserve that. It
Yeah,
to happen.
it will be like angry video game nerd circa 2007, but like
I want a
yeah,
24-hour stream of you filibustering how fucking terrible it is.
and that will happen.
Cory Booker style.
Yes, that's
Please.
right. Yeah, and I'm gonna have
Yeah.
guests come in, so like there's like someone talking while I go to the
Yeah.
bathroom, and yeah, it's gonna be all yes. It will be it will be me losing every brain cell, yapping until I have no oxygen in my body. I
I'm
will
so
be
sorry.
so It'll be really, 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 really bad. If that game sucks, and can I be real with you? Can I be so for real with you?
Tell me.
I think it will suck. I have
Do you
some
think so?
I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna be really bad, yeah.
That's tough. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
'Cause like, so, uh hmm,
Tell
audio
me.
listeners, probably you don't know this. Connor, I believe you also don't know, but you might. I've mentioned this before a couple of times on stream, which is why you might know, but it's hard to know if it was at a time where you were like lurking or if you were just like not around necessarily.
Sure.
Um, so the homies might know I have kind of a lifelong grudge against Japan, and I will never forgive them because they just keep fucking up. And one of
I
the
see.
things that has
Yeah,
caused me to have this grudge against Japan, I don't know if you knew this specific thing or not. They don't know what words mean. Now you might be hearing that and thinking like that's a silly thing to say. Clearly they know words and stuff. And I'm
yeah, I
like,
know.
well, yeah, they talk, but they don't know what words are. And here's the reason I say that, right? Here's the reason I'll tell you why I say that. Because like keep in mind, Metroid is from 1986. The first Metroid game is from the mid 80s. Quite old. And something that didn't exist in the mid 80s famously was public internet in every house. So if back in the for the audio listeners who are maybe born in like 2006 onward or something, we used to have this thing called an encyclopedia where you'd have to like look up what a thing was. And if it was too specific of a jargon or too niche of a term to be in the encyclopedia, you would have to just ask someone who knows about it. And if you couldn't find someone who knows about the thing you want to ask about, guess what, bitch? You don't know shit about that thing. And that's it. So, uh, Metroid comes out, and you may be aware, Samus Aran is a bounty hunter in space. I don't know if you knew that or not, but she's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I've heard the story multiple times.
You
Yeah.
know about this. You know about
I
this.
I I do, yeah.
Yeah,
But go ahead, tell the
for the
class.
audio listeners.
For the audio listeners.
Yeah. So, Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 were made by Retro Studios. And Retro Studios, pretty tight dudes. They came to Nintendo with a pitch for Metroid Prime 3. They're like, hey, we have an idea for this system where you can like do bounty hunting missions to like help people out with stuff and like do bounty stuff, and they'll give you like power-ups or like currency, and then you can use that for other things and be like a little system, little bounty hunting system because she's a bounty hunter, right? So maybe we could like explore that and like put eyes on the idea that she's a bounty hunter a little bit and kind of like lean into that. And Nintendo shot them down vehemently. They were like, yo, we would fucking never do that. And they were like, why? That's why. Well, for what reason? And Nintendo's response was that she would never charge anyone anything. And she only helps people out of the goodness of her heart because she's just really nice. And she's a space hunter with she's a spacefarer with a heart of gold who just wants to help people. And then Retro was like, that's not what a bounty hunter is. Did you guys know that? And they were like, no, we didn't know that actually. She's not really a bounty hunter. She just is a space traveler who helps people free of charge. So 40 years, basically 32 years of Nintendo calling her a bounty hunter when they just didn't ever Google what that was. They just don't know what that is. So, frustrating. Frustrating. And then in Metroid, again, I'm going to try to truncate this as much as possible. I'm sorry. So in Metroid Hunters and Metroid Prime like 2 and 3, they kind of introduce these other characters that are also space hunters, like Metroid, like bounty hunter type people. And there's like, Silas and 3 others who don't fucking matter and their names are irrelevant. But there's a Silas guy and he's a real pain in the ass. And you kill him or he like leaves or something. He like fucks off. Anyway, a bunch of them die and this guy fucks off. So, yeah, Metroid Prime 4, like Silas is back and they're like cloning Metroids, which is kind of a story beat we've exhausted to death. Which, if you're playing a game and they're like hitting you with a story beat that's been exhausted to death with a returning character who probably has no reason to be here, it kind of seems like maybe they didn't really have a strong idea of what the story should be and they're just trying to like cobble something together so they can like put a game out. To me, like I've never heard like a creative endeavor start with "We have no ideas. Let's look at what we did already." That went well. But I'm gonna
And
keep my fingers crossed.
please tell me, because I don't know, is Metroid a first party Nintendo game?
Sure is. Yeah, that is a
Now,
first party Nintendo in house.
I
Yeah,
don't want to be disrespectful. This seems to be an issue Nintendo continues to have.
I'm
At
listening. I'll
least
let
to
you cook.
me, outside looking in. Again, I'm not a Nintendo head, but when I see all of their games, I see like, man, we've done that before again. And it's just like a new console. So, like, for instance, they did just enough to make the new Mario Kart game like maybe it's different, I guess, because it's open
Yeah, it's
world.
like open world type beat. Yeah.
And you can like do like pro skater, you can do like Tony Hawk's pro skater moves off like rail. You can like
But can you
grind
really?
on
Oh, that's
rails and
cool.
stuff and do
I didn't know
tricks.
that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's like, but like, okay, we've done this same thing. It's like the one of the like they have their same courses that are just like, okay, cool, it's an HD and like H or HD. And then like the Mario games feel like, okay, it's like Mario doing the Mario thing again. And then like maybe we'll give them like a new sport to play later on in the Switch 2's lifestyle.
Yeah, we're gonna get Mario Lacrosse.
Yeah, and then like
Sure.
Link, it has a new game coming out probably where it's like, okay, we're back in the dead
I
world
don't think
of,
there is one actually.
oh, there's not one.
I don't think there's a new Zelda coming that's like
Donkey
slated.
Kong felt different, but like all the games I was there when we watched the Switch 2 announcement and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I see like Metroid, I'm like, oh cool, it looks HD. And I don't know enough. I'm not a know enough guy to know that, but from the outside looking in, I see this. I'm sure other people feel it too of like, man, it's just like another kind of like we're doing the same thing, just different console vibe again. Like just a lot of it
Uh,
seems that way. And I might be a guy for
mm,
that. I might have a sniper trained on me through the window at the
I
moment as I say that. But from
I
what you're
hmm.
complaining about with Metroid, it's like, man, I felt that when like everyone else talks about like all these other like, okay, we have another Luigi's Mansion coming out, or like,
Oh.
fucking Pikmin's coming out with a new game. I'm like, I love Pikmin, but it's like, man, the same game, huh? All right, well,
Well, I'm not so stressed about it being
you
the
know.
same game because I'd like it to be Metroid Prime 1, 2, 3 again,
Well, you're never gonna get that, of
mechanically.
course, right? Like
Mechanically.
that's never happening,
But
unfortunately. Because to
the
them, they're probably
story
like,
elements though.
not good. To them, they're probably like, oh, that didn't do enough for us. We need something better. To them, because why aren't we getting that stuff again? Like, why did
Oh,
we get rid of
hey,
those mechanics, right? Like, we're just probably stupid at this point. Probably the wrong people working on the game,
I'll tell
right?
you
Like,
what. Metroid not a very popular franchise. I don't know if you knew that
even
or
with their
not.
popular friend, even like a new Kirby game comes out. Oh, cool, Kirby again. The
Kirby
same,
also not that popular, which is weird, right? Because the character is really popular.
yeah.
Like e-girls kind of love Kirby.
Hear me out. You make a good game, then the game will be popular. Maybe I'll be shit on for that. You make a
I
good
don't think that's necessarily true.
you make a good Samus game. The kid like me who loves playing her in Smash might go, hey, maybe I'll pick up the game and see how it is. You know what I mean?
I don't
There's
think that's necessarily
people like
true.
that. I think it is.
I think make a good looking game and it'll do well in sales.
No, but you make a good game, it'll do well. It'll do
Pal
better than
World sold
the.
25 million copies.
It's a good game.
It's not. Wasn't at the time. A launch Pal World was mid as fuck, and we both know
Well,
that.
remember, we did figure out you were playing on like some different
No,
patch that like.
Launch Pal World was
Well,
mid.
okay, we're gonna compare everything to
PFA
launch.
break. Because that's when I had the sales. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
When
I
that
played
game
on launch
sold
and it was
25
fine.
million,
What are we complaining about on launch?
there was nothing to do. That game was sucked. And it's still not great, but like
Well,
that game was a
it's an
barren
open world
wasteland.
survival game where you kill gym bosses and capture Pokemon.
Sort of.
It
Sort of.
is. It is that actually.
Sort of.
And
Those
build
tower
bases with your
bosses are
friends.
barely a thing, but those guys are those tower bosses. I don't even know if that's worth. There was like 4 of them.
Well, again, I feel like
But
you're the outlier on it, and that's fine.
I think the common take was this a bad game, but it's fun though.
I
I think
don't
that was kind of the common
know.
take. I know that's like Moist Critical was saying that at the time too, to the tune of 2 million views per video. But
Well, we know Moist Critical fucking
he's being a little crazy. Charlie a little crazy, but
Moist Critical folds like a fucking napkin these in 2025. He's a folding
damn,
guy. I don't
that's
know
funny.
because the 322 very positive all-time reviews. It's tough.
How many?
322, sorry, 1,000.
I was gonna
322,000.
322 reviews is
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah. No.
nothing. I see.
Yeah. So 322,000 with 2,000 recent reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying I don't think the consensus was that. I think the feeling of that is, and that's totally fine for you to feel that way.
I don't know. It's hard to say. That one's tough to say.
There's a lot of
That's
reviews
hard
that
to say.
start with, let's get this straight, this isn't Pokemon with guns. I think those guys are wrong. I think it's Pokemon with
Well,
guns.
it is
But
Pokemon with guns. To be clear,
well, I'm
it
agreeing.
is. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Um
Yeah, it is.
and that's tight. I like Pokemon with guns. Pokemon with guns is tight. Giving Pokemon a Pikachu having a gun and is like, put me in that Pokeball and I'll fucking shoot you, Ash. Tight. I like that. That's kind of my crazy world I like to live in. That's that lawless world you want to live in. You know what I mean? You like that lawless world, no laws, give your Pikachu's guns and shit. That's the world we need.
You know what's really funny? I have to send you a DM. Speaking of that thing we're talking about right now,
And me,
and this is I have to send you a DM, and this is just for the sake of you seeing it. You know what I mean? This is not that big a deal, but I want you to like take a note of some important information in the screenshot I'm about to give you. This isn't necessarily for the pod. It's just something it needs to be brought up right now in this real for the sake of this conversation.
oh
Please
sure.
enjoy. That's really funny if you look at the name of the person who posted that and then remember some screenshots I sent you of a tweets the other day. That's really funny. It's not. That's crazy.
Wait, what is that game?
That's Pal World.
Hold on.
Ah! That's very funny. That's a Pal World review I just sent you.
Man, it does seem like people are just sleepwalking, walking on Ambien, huh? Like that's.
It's brother.
And who are the 11 people that found that helpful? I am so sorry.
I
What?
don't.
Bot?
I mean, I couldn't. Don't look.
Oh,
I don't.
do you understand what it's trying to say? Because I am struggling.
I understand exactly what it's trying to say. However, I don't know what it has to do with Pal World or what part of Pal World it might be in reference to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
But audio listeners, I'm stun locked by what I was just sent. It's kind of insane.
Well, I know. Hey, you and me both. You and me both. But man, that's just. I will say this, you know what? I've heard that the Terraria collab with Power World is going crazy. Apparently there's like a Terraria collab. They're doing some Terraria
Oh, I
stuff
didn't
or
even
something.
know it was still going on.
Yeah, apparently they're releasing new.
I mean, hey, they're still holding on 20,000 deep online. I mean, for an early access online,
What was their record?
kind
What was their
of.
peak?
Um,
What's the decline there? Like
well, the
20,000 now and
decline
it was
doesn't.
25,000, or was it like 150,000 and then it was 20,000? Or like what's the?
I'm gonna give you the number. I am gonna preface this by saying, in general, for games like this, where it's not an online game, it's not a live service game. It's a
Power World? Yeah, I agree.
yeah. So player numbers doesn't really matter. I'm gonna give it anyway. Steam
You said
chart.
there's 20,000 active right now.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's
20K.
storming crazy right now. Hey, if I disappear, it's because like my shit died. But
So all-time peak 2 million.
not the bit podcast with rain sounds. My God.
I don't even hear anything on my end. I think
Oh,
you're good.
it's like hailing crazy. I'm pretty sure my mic's picking up on OBS for sure.
Excuse me. So 2 million 24-hour peak 30,000.
How many?
30,000 in the last 24 hours. Peak
30,000 per.
time.
Okay.
And this seems to be every day around 30,000 people, give or
But
take.
what was like the all time peak though?
2.1 million players all time.
Wow.
So that's only on Steam. And that is at one given time, one given point in time.
Sure.
So, I mean, it sold well, sold good.
It sold incredibly well. 25
Yeah.
million copies. Yeah, it sold crazy.
Still has 30,000 people actively playing it in a not major patch. Like the Terraria crossover is something they've been doing. It's like an ongoing thing. So I wouldn't say it's
Yeah.
necessarily like a major patch at the moment, because I think they started putting Terraria stuff in, if I'm not mistaken, 2 patches ago. And also, too, it is still an early access game pre point one,
Well, the
1.0.
Terraria thing isn't even out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet. I
No,
thought,
it comes out on the 25th of June.
well, yes.
Like the
What I'm
big one,
saying
the
is,
actual Terraria patch. Like
yeah,
I know they had the Meowmere and they had like some other stuff,
yeah,
just
they've
like
had other like crossover
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. But now they're actually doing like a full
Tight. Yeah, I see that now.
yeah, 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 yeah. My understanding is that like the Moon Lord from Terraria is gonna show up and be like a problem.
Oh, that's tight. I'm down for whatever crossover they think will be tight for that. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
Terraria has any like monsters that you could call. It's not like a monster collecting game. Maybe they add a
Collect
couple
them?
of
No,
monsters.
but well, there's famously Terraria does have a bunch of pets.
Oh, so maybe they add a bunch of like the pets into the
Yeah,
game or
there's
something to
like
be
birds and
captured.
slimes and turtles and bees and shit. So
Well, hey, I'll say this. I know, like, these early access games can be pretty tough at launch or whatever, but I think we've talked about it before. The validity of like early access, and you don't really believe in it, and that's fine. But I tend to give it a bit of a pass when it's a rough early access launch and they fix a lot of stuff. And not only have they fixed stuff, it seems like it's here to stay. It seems like Power World isn't a game where it's like a cash dump like everyone thought it was. Everyone, up till its launch, was like, oh yeah, that Pokemon game where they're gonna put that one patch out and it's dead in a month.
yeah, I am
Doesn't
pleasantly
seem,
surprised to see that they're still working on shit.
and the content they've added in the game outside of the main patches, even in the main patches, Faybreak added a whole new continent, a lot of stuff. Not a whole new continent in the size of, or I'm sorry, not a whole new continent, a whole new zone, which is very
Yeah,
sizable for a patch.
it's
Like,
pretty
I'm
big.
really interested, and then also a lot of new monsters to then crossbreed into other monsters and all that kind of stuff. So giving players
Well,
more,
the crossbreeding's little, but yeah,
what do you mean?
the crossbreeding kind of doesn't work the way you would suspect it does. Like you don't get new stuff from crossbreeding at all.
I'm confused. In what
Oh,
sense?
the breeding pals, you can just kind of find them all. There's no like
Oh,
breeding exclusive ones.
well,
I don't think.
yes. Well, there are exclusive ones you can't just like, um that are rarer to find, so it's easier just to breed, you know?
No, I don't think so. Because those are mostly bosses, and the bosses are like static spawns. Like
Well,
you can only
yeah.
breed the bosses when you already have one anyway.
Yeah. But
I
if you're
think
trying
so.
to get like, yeah, but like if you're trying to breed like perfect ones, like that, the breeding things were like the perfects, like
Oh
the
yeah, like yeah, looking for like stats and passives.
yeah. But
Yeah, that's true.
the thing is, the breeding isn't necessarily really supposed to be for like, oh, this like unique thing. It's more of breeding into different cross species to then get the traits of the species. So for instance, if you have a shiny whatever, then you can breed that shiny, it makes them big and like shiny or whatever. You can breed that
The lucky thing?
into, yeah, the lucky thing. You can breed that into like one of your legendary ones, and then you
Oh,
can
well,
breed the
the passive,
legendary
yeah.
ones in, yeah, the passives into like a
Yeah.
perfect.
They don't
So instead of,
sparkle though.
yeah, but like what I'm saying, I'm not saying the sparkle thing doesn't matter. The passive is the thing that matters. The passive is the thing that matters, and also you're not going to, the likelihood of you getting a shiny passive, let's say the one that the jet dragon thing,
Yeah.
very
I
low.
think it's
You're
literally called Jet Dragon.
because
You're
there's
right.
only one of them on the map. You
Yeah.
only have,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
especially if you're playing on multiplayer map, good luck if he's going to be there when you log in because someone might have got it already for
They're like
the,
farming and for passives
yeah,
in the
farming
first
it.
place, yeah.
So it's not like some of the other ones where you like you're out in the world and there's 20 of them. Oh, hey, look, one of the lucky ones gone. I catch it, whatever. So
Well, yeah,
in that
yeah.
sense, you can breed it a lot more easily. And then there's like mechanics around like how many it takes to do blah blah blah, how many you'll get. So that kind of thing is nice. And then you can trade the the shinies between each other and breed them, and like, hey, I'm working on perfect jet dragon, cool, I'll work on perfect this or that. Then you have like a server kind of helping each other get like
Sure,
perfect
sure, sure,
whatever.
sure.
So that's cool. I wasn't necessarily saying like, oh, there's all these like specific things you can only get by breeding. It just makes it easier
Oh,
because there's only going to be one of each on a map if it's a boss, and like fucking good luck, right?
yeah, with a catch rate of -2 anyway.
Yeah, and like there's also a lot of placeholder bosses, so there will be a couple different like, oh hey, there's this weird. There's like the same bosses here. It's just like a placeholder boss, so it's not always going to be the
Wait,
fact that
what?
there's just two of the same bosses. In the beginning of the game, there were two of those Gyarados looking things on the map, but then that
Oh,
changed to like being
yeah,
another
yeah, yeah,
specific because the
yeah.
model of the
Yes.
the PAL wasn't in yet or whatever.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
like, not quite a Gyarados, not quite a Lapras looking thing.
yeah, something. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
them
know
all
what you're
by
talking
heart.
I know what you're talking about.
Um, so like, yeah, for an early access game, putting out the content they're putting out with the sales they got, they could have easily gone, okay, well, we're getting sued by Nintendo. Bye. Then they were like, okay, what do we need to change so we're not in you're infringing your patent? And then they did exactly what they needed to do to not be infringing on the patent.
Yeah,
And
I
then
am pleasantly
you know,
surprised to see that they really were, like, in there, for sure. They were like, "Hey, you know what? Like, people really thought we were goofy for this, but, we're gonna keep working on it, it's gonna be tight."
well, it also shows what the player base wants in a creature collecting survival game. It just
Yeah.
shows what the majority of people, there wouldn't have been 2 million people buying this game if there wasn't a huge want for this, right? If a game isn't good, people will not buy it. And people will like
Mm.
Concord, people Marathon, there will be games where people go, this is ass, and it gets shut down in a week because it just happened 3 times with PlayStation. You know what I mean? Concord dead. Marathon by Bungie just got indefinitely suspended. They're just like, hey, we don't know when we're putting this out anymore because not only were they just caught stealing artwork, but then,
Oh, were they?
oh yeah, Bungie got caught stealing artwork again. I thought we talked about this.
No, I don't think
The
so.
whole,
Or I've forgotten, but I don't think so.
not only stealing in the sense of like redrawing stuff, literally copying stuff from someone's Twitter and like putting it
No.
in the game.
Oh, like, unedited? It's just
Yeah,
there?
some artist put someone else's artwork in one of their like vision boards and didn't
Wow.
tell anybody, and they put that in the tile set, and so everyone who was working on the game just used it.
What the fuck?
Bungie Marathon
Dog,
art
that's insane,
stealing.
actually.
Yeah, it's like the has been the biggest like Forbes reported on it, by the way.
Wow, fuck that.
Let me show you what was actually stolen if I can find pictures of it. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck you, Forbes. I'm not buying your shit, bitch. So like these graphics from like taken from someone's like Instagram and stuff
Yeah, let me take a look.
and Twitter, they were just completely copied into the game and used, and then they
Oh, I
tried to
see.
hide them. I don't know what the style is called. There's some specific style this is where it's like
What the
very
fuck?
industrial looking, very like kind of fantasy industrial, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they basically, the person who made this art was like, yo, side by side, it's literally the same thing just with a filter on it. And if you look, they tried to hide it in the green part. They tried to like take the words out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they did.
They completely stole that. So now the game's just on indefinite hiatus. Who knows when it's coming out? But so you have games like this that
Wow.
if using the idea of, oh, things will just come out even if they're bad and no repercussions will be had, it it's true in some cases, but a lot of times in these days it's not happening. Because what about, Ubisoft's quadruple A game? Complete failure. They're trying to salvage it, still losing money. You know what I mean? So like these games that are coming out, gamers
Yeah,
aren't just buying it to buy it. They're like, no, this is fucking garbage. We're not buying this.
that's funny.
And that's good. That's good.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, that should be happening because that's insane. The fact they just completely stole that. Yeah, I thought
Wow.
for some reason I thought we had talked about it when it was happening.
I don't think
Current,
so.
yeah. There's like more. There's like so many more, and of course you'll see in like where it's the blue lines or whatever pointing out what's been
Yeah, I'm
stolen, but
opening
like
it up.
complete copy and paste.
Wow, yeah, actually, literally.
Actually, literally,
Mark said, yeah, even the oh my goodness.
yeah, insane.
You know, I kind of respect their moxie for attempting it, but also fuck them for doing this. Does that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
like it's not right of them to have done it. They're insane to have done this. And also in addition to them being insane for having tried to do this, like hey, it takes balls to try to do that. That's
Bro, and you know what
I
the
respect the
crazier part
hustle,
is?
but fuck them though.
You know what's
That's
even
crazy.
crazier?
Yo.
You know what's even crazier? This isn't the first time they've done this. It's not the second time they've done this. They've done this multiple times for Destiny and Destiny 2.
No.
This is not the first time they've gotten in trouble for stealing art and stealing assets from other creators.
Really.
Brother, they added a whole fan trailer made thing and turned it into some cinematic for the game, and then they got fucking hit for it. The creator of the cinematic was like, "Yo, why'd you put my cinematic in the game, my fan made cinematic, and not like ask me or put any like credits in there for me or whatever." I think they went back and added it after like consideration or whatever. But like, yeah,
Wow.
no, Bungie's just known for stealing art. I didn't even know that. Not the first time, not the second time. I don't even think probably the third time. This happened multiple times.
Wow. Man,
Bungie's actually a
that's
rotted ass company. Let's be so fucking for real.
yeah, I didn't know they were rancid with it like that.
Yeah. So like when we're talking about get bad games, I'm talking about these games.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So back to what I was saying. I think even though it had some problems early access, but they got rid of them really quick. There were patches day one through the whole week because I played basically week 1 to like week 3. I have uh 260 hours, almost 300 hours in the game. And a lot of that was
How?
played in the first month of the game. Yeah.
I didn't realize you had that much time in it.
Yeah, no, I hosted my own server for a while. So our play experiences were a little different because when you played on the solo single player, and it didn't have a lot of options to change stuff. So you had to probably wait a lot of time for certain things like egg hatching and other
No, no,
stuff
no.
like
All
that.
that changing things menu was in there.
It was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had all that.
Because I
Increase
remember
catch
there
rate,
were
decrease
certain
catch rate, the
things
experience, and
I
like
remember
damage
there were
values.
certain
Yeah.
things you were complaining about where I was like, "Oh, that was just like a thing they like we are always had." There was like a couple things you were like really like, "I can't believe the game does that. That's so garbage." And I'm like, "Oh, well, on the server I could just turn it off." I don't know what it was.
No, I mean that was egg times and stuff. Yeah. I just think it's
Yeah.
insane. Like it's insane the base is that high in the first place. Like it's cool they give you an option to like bypass that base, but like
Not
man, why
really
even
though,
have
because
it?
that's like an Arc thing. That's like they're just trying to be Arc at that point because Arc has like the same kind of vibe where like you're
Like I
hatching
wonder if it
dinosaur
was
eggs
the
and stuff.
other way. You know what I mean? If it was like eggs are instant, but there's a slider to turn it up to a day. I wonder how many people would do that. I bet it's like almost none.
It's none, but also trying to be a survival game, so they're not gonna have stuff like
I
be
guess.
zero. You know what I mean?
I
Like you're not
suppose.
gonna go to Arc and be like, "Oh, dinosaur hatching that sucks." Let me just have it instant. And everyone's gonna be like, "Well, there will be servers that have it instant, and there will be
Well,
people who want to
yes.
play it not instant because they're playing a survival game. They don't want the stuff instant." You know what I mean?
I guess I could see how survive like hatching eggs is part of the survival experience because I guess you could like they count as food maybe or resources.
The count is they can drop resources if you put them in certain pins. They do certain
Yeah.
things. Like there's a thing around that and power as well.
Yeah. The all electric
Transferring,
ones, yeah.
yeah. And it's like again, like stuff like Pokemon, they're not survival games. So it wouldn't make sense for
God.
Game Freak to be like, yo, wait 24 hours for this Pokeball to hatch fucking Warframe style. What? Or
Could
I
you
Pokeball.
imagine
Pokemon.
you found a wild egg in Mount Ash or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait 22 hours for it to hatch. You have to put it in a
Yeah.
thing and it's like here's your
Stupid. Yeah.
Magmar tomorrow.
So again, it's different and it's a
Yeah,
different
yeah, 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 yeah.
style game. So it's
True.
like it's complaining that milk tastes like milk. It's like, well, you ordered milk. It's like, what did you expect it to be, right?
You ordered milk.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, this milk tastes like milk. This fucking sucks. It's like, well, why did you get milk? It's like this survival game sucks. Why does it
Ah,
have survival game mechanics and
that's
timers for
so
things?
funny.
Because it's what it is, you know?
It does seem odd though, no? If like if that's the
No.
appeal, if that's the appeal, is that it's that to
What's
have
the
an
appeal?
entire well to be a survival game with timers and stuff because those are survival mechanics. If that's like if the appeal of a survival game is survival mechanics, it does seem odd to me to have a built-in menu that's like, yeah, turn that shit off.
Well,
And
again, you're playing
it's just
when you're
strange.
playing on a server with people, you have concessions you make. There are like for instance, I'll give you like a thing for my server. We all agreed, yeah, I don't want to wait X amount of time for large eggs to hatch. So I turned it down. I think it was like point 0.5 or something. So it was like it would take a minute for everything to hatch. It wasn't instant, but it wasn't like that long. But if I'm playing on a server with my friends, I know we all are agreeing that, hey, we're not going to abuse this. But if you're playing on a server at which you're playing with randoms, which
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
all of these survival games have
Well,
host
sure.
like company
Yeah,
hosted
public, yeah,
servers.
uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why because of publicly hosted servers, we have to have things like base rings and build limits and shit. But if we could
Yeah,
just have that not in the game, and if you're a private server host, not have those, that'd be tight, you know? But unfortunately,
sure.
it's built first for the masses, and the majority of people are either going to be playing alone or not on their own hosted server. That's like more for like the people who are interested in the admin side of stuff. Like I don't
Yeah.
expect Babe to be like, "Hey, let's play Power World. I'll spin up a server." You know, Lily's not gonna.
Yeah,
Lily's not
true.
even gonna know how to spin up a server, nor should she. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not.
She's
That's
not like
not. That's
right.
knowledge passed down from the cave game days of
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
hosting.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you
That.
learn
Yeah.
that.
Right. That's like
Yeah,
2007 Hamachi
yeah,
Private World of Warcraft. Yeah. 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 I hear you.
exactly.
I hear you. I hear you.
So that's not something the masses are going to do. So I'm not bitching about that. Also, almost every other game has stuff like that. So I'm not
Wait. Like what?
base limit
Oh, server
or
options or
or
whatever.
well, server options, but also I'm not going to bitch about like a base limit or like a damn I this fucking sucks that building within a circle or a square, whatever kind of shape it is, it still sucks. If the circle was turned into a square, I would bitch about how the square is too small anyway. Still, you know what I mean? It still sucks to have it. I would still
I.
rather not
Oh.
have it and not have a base limit because um
Well, that's true.
Fallout 76, and I don't know how it works in Fallout 4 because I haven't played it, but in 76, not only did they have I think it was also a square or a circle limit of where you could build, but also it had a base build limit. So you could only build a certain amount of objects. And it fucking
Yeah.
sucks. I hate being limited by the fact you want me to only build 100 things
Yeah. 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 I also don't like that shit.
because it always happens that the 101 thing I want to build is the coolest thing I want to build and I can't fucking do it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Or
So,
it's like, yo,
yeah.
you have a limit of X, but then you have to like half of that limit is just like smoothing out the area and building walls for a box.
Yeah,
And you're
exactly.
like, well,
However, when you're on a server, you can tweak a lot of that stuff most of the time. So it's
yeah,
fine. But you have to like it's nice when you're with a friend server because everyone is agreeing on something like, okay, fine, we're not gonna it's like when you're on a Minecraft server, a modded Minecraft server, it's like, hey everybody, don't crash the server with automated shit that's gonna pop item IDs out into the world and crash the server. We're all
oh my
agreeing, right?
god.
And everyone's like,
Yeah.
fine, we agree.
The like
So it's like
infinite
stuff like
TNT
that.
cannon that just like spawns
Yeah.
more forever and then like yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you agree, or like if it's Valheim, you're like, hey, do we all agree that we don't want to refill lanterns with sap every 3 hours? Okay, we all agree. Okay, we're gonna have infinitely refilling lanterns.
Oh, that's funny. You have to like charge them up with sap, huh?
Well, certain so like
Like fuel or
certain
whatever.
yeah, certain are like fuel you put charcoal in, or certain like Valheim
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
sap.
yeah.
Like you always have like a refilling mechanic
Yeah.
of some
Power
kind.
World
Like in
torches,
Power
you just have to
World,
like you have a
food.
fire monster to light them or whatever, but
Well, in Power World, it's not really like a
it's like
torch.
the ground torch.
It's more like a food bowl. So like you have to refill the food bowl. In Valheim, it's like you have to refill the torch. There's always some type of refillable mechanic in a survival game.
Oh, I see. You're not talking about torches.
Yeah.
You're just talking about refilling shit. Yeah, yeah, I got
In
you.
general, there is some type of refill mechanic. In Ark, there used to be like a closet you put stuff in, so it automatically fix your base because they have a base decay mechanic, which
Sure.
also fuck base
Oh god,
decay
that's
mechanics.
so tilting. Yeah,
Yeah, so
base
like again,
decay is.
I'm a fan of the genre. However, there are some things you're just not a fan of, and you fix those in your own server. Now, again, if
Yeah,
you don't have that, then it sucks. If you don't have the knowledge of how to run your own server, or a friend that's going to run a server correctly, in my opinion, and like, because my thing is, you and I have talked about this also, this kind of goes into the conversation of I don't like to mod stuff very much. I like to keep stuff vanilla when it's my first playthrough, especially when I'm running a server with a bunch of friends. I just want to play the game. I don't
oh, well,
want to
famously
fiddle with a
same.
bunch of mods. So, yeah, I wasn't saying you were like not the same or whatever, but I'm saying as far as like I like to play close to however the base is as possible. So the egg counter for me isn't something that's gonna like trip me out too much. I don't care about that because I know I'm coming into a game where if it's a survival game, you're gonna fill stuff up and you're gonna have to have some type of counter for something. That's just how the game mechanics usually work for any type of survival game.
Yeah, more or less.
And you can tweak those. I usually don't tweak it ever to 0 for anything, but I will tweak it to, suit a need of time somewhere, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
just me.
yeah. I think the only stuff that I would ever turn off, given the option, like truly turn off, not just like make a timer like shorter or longer, whatever, like, but an actual, literal, for real, cancel
Base
this
decay for
mechanic.
me. Yeah.
It'd be like base decay would be one, and fall damage would probably be another.
Yeah. I see
Or
that.
like limited sprint. Fuck a limited sprint. Like if you can only run for 10 seconds, you have to stand still for 10 seconds, then run for 10 seconds. Bitch. Like,
Yeah, I'm not really I don't that doesn't bother me too much. Also, like, over encumbrance doesn't bother me too much. I mean, it
the
pisses
item
people
carry
off.
weight.
I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. What does bother me is stuff like base decay. If there's any way for me to turn off a base building area limit, I'll do that, or try to do some type of modification to not have that, and like build limits only if I'm playing on a private server with a password and everyone agrees that we're not going to like grief the fucking server. Because what pisses me off and what I hate to have to do is like, well, fucking Jimmy built and blocked the entrance to the goddamn Tower 1, so I guess I'm gonna have to kick him out of the server
Oh,
and delete his shit. You know what I mean? Stuff like that you don't want to have
yeah.
to do. And I
Well,
don't
Power
want to.
World solved that with like a can't build that close to a special area or whatever, right?
True, but there's other stuff. There's other games that like you kind of like notoriously when it first came out, like Valheim, you could build around like a boss spawn, and bosses had like a spawn
That's
stone kind
hilarious.
of thing.
Yeah.
So if you were playing on a server that had different factions of people playing on it, you could just grief the server. It sucked. It was a dumb thing. They've changed it now,
Oh, they have like
but
anti-grief
yeah, yeah,
protections
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
But like stuff like that bothers the shit out of me. Like a base decay mechanic, I'll be so for real. I won't even ask people if we're playing on a server. I'm just like, hey, I'm turning it off, by the way. And if you don't like that, just don't play here because I
Oh,
hate
you
it.
just letting
And
them know. You're like, hey, if
there's
this is
some
for you,
things,
this
yeah.
ain't the spot.
Like for the egg stuff, I was cordial with like, hey, what do we want to do? Or like, there was another thing. Um, oh yeah, the other thing is like if there is so some survival games with PvP mechanics will have a mechanic where you log off, but you're not really logged off. Your character's asleep in a base somewhere.
Oh, fuck that.
I turn that off every time I see it, and that's also not a non negotiable thing. That is, when you log off, your character is gone. Like we don't do persistent
Yes.
log on.
Yeah, I'm not trying to die in a game where I'm not even like there.
Yeah, that's also just another thing. And PvP is usually turned off in all the survival games I'm playing. I don't do PvP. I'm
Does
there
Power
to
World have
build
PvP?
and enjoy. Yes, I think they're building like an arena system where you and your friend can go to an arena and battle like Pokemon Stadium style. But I
I
don't
see.
think the arena's in the game yet. But that's on like the roadmap.
Yeah, gotcha.
But there is you
Huh.
can turn on player damage and like hurt each other if you wanted.
Oh, that's so wild. But it's like not an opt-in thing. Like you could just walk up and like pop somebody.
Oh well, yeah. On survival games, it's usually like a if it's PvP, the world is PvP. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You're sieging people's bases and like breaking shit down.
Oh
Opt-in
shit,
stuff
that's
is
crazy.
more like MMO, right? It's more like WoW. You hit like PvP mode or whatever, and you're in like a PvP mode, like
Yeah, true.
world or whatever, or get transported to a different layer.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess that's true.
there's another game that works the same. I think RuneScape also either has dedicated servers or dedicated layers for PvP that you can like flip on. Um, so stuff like that.
Hmm. I hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm like thinking about that. I guess it kind of makes sense that it would have to be that way.
Wait, what are we referring to?
Just like opt-in mechanics in like particular genres.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it would sort of have to be
Well,
that
there's no
way.
layering system and like a non like layering systems generally are like an MMO type game, right? Or like a
Sure.
live service online game. Like you're not gonna have excuse me. You're not gonna have Call of Duty have layering for some reason in the map. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna have layering in Call of Duty. You're not gonna have layering in Apex. That doesn't make sense.
Sure. Imagine though.
Yeah, it'd be insane. Oh, I can't shoot you. You're in a different layer. You phased out as I was killing you. Crazy. You know, it wouldn't happen. It's just different mechanics.
Yeah, true. Hmm. Yeah, games are. Hmm. That's so. It's like so fascinating for me to think about like which mechanics are like core staple to a genre in such a way that like they're kind of hard to like divorce a game in that genre from in the first place.
Well, if you could
Like,
imagine, the opt-in PvP stuff, that's new. That's not like
well, yeah, no,
MMOs
I know it
didn't
didn't
have
used to be
that.
that way for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It used to be server based.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
log if you want to
You either
make a
made a you made
server,
a PvP character or you didn't
yeah.
play on that server. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you if you want to level on a PvP server, that's fine. You can do everything else. You can do everything on that server, but contested areas are contested areas, and you will die to anything. Like if a level 80 guy comes
Yeah,
up and kills you,
yeah.
PvP server, baby. That's world PvP.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
God damn. I mean, like, it tracks. It makes
yeah.
sense or whatever. But
Hey,
god
I lived
damn.
in that cut for years. I leveled our first 2 or 3 years on WoW PvP servers. I was in that Stranglethorn Vale, fucking dodging and weaving bullets and fucking knives and shit, getting
Dodging
shanked.
and weaving bullets.
Nessing Wary
My
base
man
camp,
lived.
baby. That's where
My
the
man lived in a
battles
bad
were.
neighborhood.
No, for real, dude. You once you hit that zone and you get camped by there were times where you would be camped leveling by a max level guy and you'd in your guild going, guys, I need the fucking click to get out here. And that was before phasing. So you were in the world, you saw somebody, everyone saw them. So the fucking
Right.
guild would click up and get 20 people come out there and fucking kill a guy. Then his friends bring. He's like, hey, I need to click out here. Then you have a fucking old skirmish going on in Nessenwary about base camp. You got 20 people fighting each other for no reason over this dickhead who was camping. So it was
That's
fun.
so
It's a cool
funny.
dynamic, but also a headache for most people who don't want to do PvP. You know.
Imagine server PvP, but also in that game where like if you just go to sleep in your base when you log out. Oh no. Surely that's not how that game worked. I would hope.
No, I mean WoW's an MMO, right? So you log out and your character is gone from like view scene.
No, but I mean like
Like,
that sleeping in your bed when you're logged out one. Did that shit have server PvP? Surely not.
oh well, no, that's a survival game. So yeah, it would be server PvP. So like Rust, Valheim, Power
Wait,
World
in
also
Rust you can
has
just
it.
kill somebody that's logged out?
I believe if they're logged out, if it's like a community server, when you're logged out, your character is like sleeping and they can like loot you and kill you.
I
Conan
cannot
Exiles did
imagine.
this. Yeah, like that's like a mechanic.
I can't fathom how tilted I would be if I was playing a survival game. I was like, all right, well, time to go to work or bed or whatever,
Well, those
and then you
PvP
like log
games,
back
you
in
have
and
to
your
understand,
shit's dead.
like the Rust, the Scum,
I guess
the
that's why people hide their
fucking
bases.
exactly. You hide your base, you fortify it, so people can't siege it. That's the whole point. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I don't like
My
that.
God, me
That's not
either.
my gameplay. But people like
I
it.
had a friend try to get me into Rust. They were like, "Yo, dude, you're gonna love this. The
Mm,
best game ever
no.
made." And I was like, "What? That's high praise."
Yeah, those people are also fucking broken.
Those people are broken as
If
crazy.
if you like playing Rust, you just like saying slurs and getting away with it, and not getting in trouble. Is what you like doing. That's
That's
fine. You can be
hilarious.
one of those guys. That's
It's
all.
one of
That's all
them
people do.
2006 gamer kind of games, eh?
Still
I
around, if
see.
you can imagine.
One of those Halo 2 lobby ass games, huh? One of those Call of Duty
One
Black
of
Ops
those
1
things.
ass games, yeah.
If 4chan was still 4chan from back in the day, that would be Rust.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh yes.
Oh, pre Gaia Wars 4chan. God bless. What an era. What an arc. Okay, I
The
see.
summer cancer has.
The
eh,
summer
It,
cancer has taken over and irrevocably. Yeah.
yeah, it is a wasteland, and of course you can
Well,
mitigate that by playing on your own server. Like I don't play those games on community servers because the worst people imaginable play on those servers. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you're playing against a kid who sends his friend into chats to get you to raid them. You know what I mean? Like you're playing against those people, right?
Yeah. Sure. Well, sure. Sure.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
that's a game I never got into.
huh. I've always been such like a single player mode guy, you know? I've always been such a solo player guy. Unless it's like a fighting game. Cuz factual you need another motherfucker to play that shit, but
Yeah. Well, my whole gaming arc kicked off from things like RuneScape, Neopets, Command and
yeah.
Conquer, these games where you need other people for the world to be sustainable. The renaissance of like getting into dot hack and stuff, which, is a game within an MMO. You know what I mean? So like I was always intrigued by the online stuff. I like I like the camaraderie because also too like when you have friendships that young with people who aren't close,
Yeah.
and the only way to like have that friendship be sustained is through like playing WoW or other
Oh,
games. It kind of becomes the main thing you enjoy doing, right? Because it's like you're sustaining that friendship.
sure, 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 sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure, sure.
Like Nick and I, for most of our lives, have lived in separate places.
Okay.
And so we only went to school with each other for like 2 or 3 years. And after that, our friendship was sustained based off of playing games with each other online and me or him coming to each other's houses to like sleep over and stuff. That was our how we sustained our friendship. And most friendships probably wouldn't have done that. You move away and you're pretty much like not friends anymore back in that day. Like that was
Sure.
you know, pre-connection, pre like streamer lobby mentality, all this stuff. That was
Right.
pre-internet culture now. So like, you know,
Yeah, truly.
yeah, that's why they mean so much to me because I do have a lot of friendships that I've kept. Like I continue to make new friendships, but also there's so many deep friendships I have in these games and have made in the game, and now they've become outside of the game
Right.
from those games.
Yeah, that is so cute, eh? Like gaming as a space has given us a great deal. End of sentence.
Well, there's
It's given us a
there's
lot when you
nothing
think about it.
there's nothing better than exploring a different world with your friend. Like you and I going into all the Borderlands games, we get to experience a different world every time we jump into one. It's cool,
Yeah. Right.
you know. It's virtual hiking without the sweating.
That's an interesting perspective. It kind of is virtual hiking in a way.
Yeah,
Although
because
I do
you're
sweat.
just
I'd be sweating. I'm doing math.
that's how I feel, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah, yeah.
I try to befriend people who are interested in that kind of stuff because it is fun. I think there's nothing more fun than being in a game and something breaks and you guys get to both experience it and fucking have a
Mhm.
good laugh about it. Like when I fell down and didn't die in B1 or no B2.
Yep. Yeah, true.
When
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when the
When I get
text
hit by a
loading the other
train,
day,
lament.
getting hit by that train that like just goes off veers off the track completely.
I feel like that
B1
made a lot of sense. I don't know.
B1 where I started being raptured and like was
Just
put up into the
float
air.
away.
I mean,
Yeah.
stuff like that's fun. Like
Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
WoW, when you accidentally,
When you fell down to below that kill layer and you were in like a hidden under
yeah, or like
in
in
B2.
WoW where you like glitch into a model and now you're under the whole city or whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like it's just cool stuff like that. It's fun. And then when you experience it with a group of people, like if you're streaming or with your friend when you're playing co-op, that is that is the same enjoyment of like being out and hiking and like you find like a cool looking rock or like, oh look, this tree looks like a dick, haha, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that is fun to do when you're with a group of people and like you find funny stuff like that.
Yeah. There are like doubtless there are moments that are unable to be replicated in any arena other than gaming
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
you
exactly.
experience. There is no like real life analog for clipping under a city.
No, yeah, there's not. There's no
Yeah.
real life analog for that. There's no real life um there's no reproducible on a global scale situation before social media took off where
Yeah.
if someone was trolling in trade chat, everyone who was online at the time would troll them back in this like crazy um kind of like everyone getting stoned type moment of like, hey, stop being a dickhead, like there
Brother,
wasn't these um what we would do back in the day too, we would go like bot hunting. We would like try to find people who are botting. Like it's just fun stuff you just don't do. There's nothing to like replicate it back out in the world.
yeah, 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 yeah. Brother, you did not mean to do this, but you accidentally like brain blasted me just now by saying trade chat. Do you know what WC? I think it's the UWC or UWCG or some shit. Ultimate Gamer Reality Challenge. It was like Big Brother but gamer question mark. It
I
was
think I
on
kind of
G4, I
remember it.
think.
Oh, yeah, maybe a little bit. Trade chat, by the way, is just a global chat channel in WoW major cities. It's
No, I
called Trade Chat.
know. No, no,
Okay,
no, I know. But like, there also is a YouTube channel called Trade Chat,
that's
and
funny.
the woman who owns and operates that channel, who is the on-screen personality of that channel,
Sure,
was a contestant on the WCG Ultimate Gamer whatever challenge.
that's funny.
And let me tell you,
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that show and that YouTube channel entirely until you said Trade Chat, and I just like Jimmy Neutron brain blasted back 14 years to Trade Chat, the YouTube channel. Bruh. That's
You know what's
crazy.
insane? I tell this story sometimes too. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've heard it before, but this is how like this is my experience in MMOs because I started playing WoW a long time ago.
Mhm.
Back in the day, there was this cat, and you might have been in stream when I captured it and tamed it on the hardcore servers.
Okay. Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
yeah.
this during hardcore because it was like a very core memory, like huge core memory for me, playing. So I was like younger, I was still in high school or something. It was like summer break, and I'm like just dicking around in some zone, and I had like a basic pet. This guy
Mhm.
whispers me, he's like, "Yo, do you want like a cool cat pet? I see like you're a hunter and you have like really good gear and you have like a kind of like shitty pet." He's like, "Do you want like a ghost cat? Do you want like a tight ghost cat?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do." So he
Hell
took me to
yeah.
this area, and this was back, this was like G4 days. So you weren't like, there wasn't like, oh, YouTube people making shorts every 5 seconds about every single thing in a game, right? So this
Sure.
was like tech to me. This was like, oh shit, this is some new shit. So I go to this zone. We farm cat statues. He even helped me farm for like, I don't know, an hour. And the cat
Okay.
finally spawned. I tame it and I was like, yo, thank you so much, guy. Like, that's tight. 3 years later, I join a guild and I'm in the guild and we're like, raiding or whatever. I'm a raider. I talk about raiding all the time. And I raided with this cat for like 6 years. This cat, ghost cat, was near and dear to me just because, like, how it happened. And like, it was a really cool pet. Really cool pet. Right. So I'm raiding. And during the raid, this guy goes, "Hey, that pet is really cool. I helped a kid get that once." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Nah, like, you actually helped someone get this?" He's like, "Yeah, I can't remember their name." And I was like, "Was his name C? Like, was it my name? Like, was it this name?" He's like, "Kind of vaguely sound like it's kind of familiar." And I was like, "I was that kid, by the way. That was me." Like, sure, he could have
That's
helped some other kid, but like
insane.
the fact he had that core memory, and you could just make up a story. You could be like, "Oh, I helped someone get that once," but he said, "I helped some kid get that once," like very
Yeah.
specific. And I was like, it wouldn't have happened to been like 2 or 3 years ago. He's like, yeah, kind of. Like, it was probably around that time. He said the expansion. I was like, the expansion. I would have been playing really late at night because it was summer. Like, that was a core memory for me. And then I like randomly through raiding meet this dude again. Tight,
Hmm.
you know? You can't make that stuff up. You don't have many experiences like that in games.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That is a really fun thing.
Yeah,
Anytime you can have like some, you know, I don't even know what that is. Uh
just a small
like a
world type
circling
vibe.
back of fate. Yeah, just like
Yeah,
this little, some ripple effect, something happened, many years ago, and today because
yeah.
of that thing, we have this moment. And that's such a fun and exciting thing.
Well, just recently, because my name on WoW has been Sea Dog for a long time, like since day one. Well, maybe not day one, but when I finally locked into playing Hunter, my character's name was Sea Dog. And I've made a bunch of guilds over the years with different people. Maddie comes in every now and then. He is someone I used to play WoW with a long time ago, with our mutual friend like Sabrina, and Melissa's usually in the chat sometimes. And these are all like old WoW friends. And I have a guild that I made with Matt, and then he had like taken a break, and I like server transferred to another server with the guild, and I like
Yeah,
restarted it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was in an LFR the other day, and someone whispered me and was like, "Hey, do you possibly remember a guild called said
Guild
guild?"
name.
And I was like, "Yeah, I was a guild master of that guild. We rated we rated trying to remember the tier. Can't remember the specific tier. I didn't plan on telling the story today. But he was like, "Yeah, we rated that tier. I think I was like in your raid. I was a part of your raid for a while." I was like, "Oh, that's so tight." So like we're in an LFR, which the game is like infinitely bigger than it was back then. Different servers, just a fate of chance, still have the same name. Someone goes, "Hey, are you this guy from years ago?" I go, "Yeah, that's me."
That's crazy, man.
But that's.
Wow. I guess that's kind of unique to MMOs in a way. Not 100%, but there's like definitely not that many genres where that even could happen.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like
not
it
happening in
would
a
be
fighting
harder
game
for that to
really.
do that in Destiny. It would be harder for that to happen in like
Yeah.
Overwatch because there's no like hangout. Like you're not hanging. Like you're getting
Right.
into a match. You're like, "Hey, did I match against you that one time?" Like that rare. I feel like that
Yeah.
rarely happens. But
That happened to me
yeah, in
in
MMOs.
League the other day.
Oh,
Me and
really?
Skate were playing
Someone
League, and someone was like, "Hey, I think I played against the Saiyan." They're like, "Hey, Saiyan, like you're like a Lux one trick, no?" I was like,
That's
"What?
so funny.
What the fuck?" And it was like, yeah, it was
But that's
someone that we
tight when that
matched
shit
against
happens.
randomly like 5 days prior, and he just like
Yeah.
remembered that he was like, "Hey, you're that fucking Lux." I'm like, "Ah,
Is that funny though? It feels good when that happens though. It's like, oh,
yeah, that
hey,
was tight."
like that's tight when it happens. So like that's why MMOs near and dear to my heart. I do enjoy them quite
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. That is fun. That is fun
And
and keeping
people,
good.
and people who don't have those experiences feel differently about the game. Like if you have those experiences and you've built up time in the game, and like Sea Dog's not a unique name by any means, but if you look at people who keep up the name Sea Dog and have the achievement scores that I have and whatnot, then it's like, oh, this could be the guy, right? Oh, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah,
these.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy to see that info too. So it's a big world but small world at the same time. There's a lot of small world kind of vibes that happen. Actually, like when I started streaming, somebody came into stream and was like, "Hey," because remember I talked about being in the Dot Hack fan community for a while. There was a dude from the Dot Hack fan community that found me through stream, and was like, "Yo, you were in that community too?" And I was like, "Yo, that's tight as fuck."
Oh
That's back in like
shit.
2018. And I hadn't been in the community for a while. Like the community was dead at that point anyway. But just like I've had these things happen where like yeah, where I'm in WoW, something like that happens, or I'm just like streaming and something like that happens. It's like it's cool. Like it feels
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
And then I always try to leave like a good impression. Like obviously I don't always leave a good impression on people, but people who I think more people don't more people enjoy me versus dislike me, I think. I don't want to be I don't want to be that guy.
Sure.
but like I feel like I leave a decent impression on people more than like, oh, this guy's a fucking dickhead. Like I don't want to deal with him. I'm sure I've had that um, response to some people, but yeah, I think because of that and because of I just like talking to people, it's easily rememberable. Be like, oh hey, I think we talked once, or oh hey, you know,
Man, that is such a like, I guess serendipitous is the word, you
sure,
know? Huh. God bless, dude. I remember there was a time, um, that's like not exactly similar to that, but there's an old mobile game called Valkyrie Crusade.
sure,
It was like one of those like waifu collector turn-based RPG type things.
sure.
But they were like, it was a
Raid waifu
card game.
legends.
It was a card game,
Mm,
but it wasn't really a card game. They just didn't want to animate models. So there was like a floating rectangle of a picture of a waifu, you know what I mean?
sure.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Because there was no drawing or like rant. It was just like a team of 5 girls, but the
Oh,
girls
okay.
were like cards that float.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they called it a card game, but it wasn't. They were just lazy. But anyways, yeah, there was a time where I was like one of the most prominent NA users of that game because NA was like pretty small for it. It was mostly like Taiwan and China and some Japan. But there was like not that big of a community for it in NA. And I helped a guy get his account back one time. He like couldn't figure out how to like get his account back. He was posting on the subreddit for it, and I helped him out. And then like a few years later, on that same subreddit, there was like a guy like offering like he's like doing art or something, not like a Discord art bot, but like, he was like, hey, I've been practicing this thing and I could use some more practice. So as like an art project thing, like tell me your favorite card and I'll make you a little icon kind of bit or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I made some post in there about something I forget in that thread. He was like, "Hey, you got me my account back a long time ago. Let me draw you some." Like, he was like, "Oh shit!" And he like did like a little fan art for me.
That's
This
so
is like
funny.
as a thanks for getting his account back like 4 years prior.
Love that.
It's so cute, man. Gaming is so cute. It's a shame that gamer is a slur because gaming is so cute. You know what I mean?
There are some
Fuck,
that are, but like
fuck.
there's others that aren't, right? There's more that aren't than are. I feel like
More
there's
than ours.
more that
Oh,
are like
more
decent.
gamers that are chill.
Yeah, I think so.
It's hard to feel
I'd
that
like
way,
to
but I
think
think
so.
you're right. I mean, I think you're right, but it is hard to have that feeling sometimes.
Well, hear me out. We are surrounded by, unfortunately, the opposite, the bad ones, most of the time.
Yeah.
Even though you and I surround ourselves with really good people, there are some others that like get through the cracks and we have to deal with them sometimes. But like more often than not, it doesn't happen very often. It's very few and far between. At least I feel like it's very few and far between. I could be wrong, but it feels like it is. It feels like I don't have to deal with that much anymore. Maybe in the beginning.
Oh, I guess that's fair to say. Hmm.
I could be wrong. I could be out of base here, out of touch, but I feel like at least these days it's not as bad. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. Please tell me because I could be, but it
No, I
doesn't
mean, like, I
feel
hear
like
you.
it.
I'm thinking about it, like, there's definitely a lot of people I had to deal with over the like, even just like years on Twitch. There's been like a lot of individuals who have like seemed like we were homies and seemed tight, but then no, not at all. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
about face has been staunch.
yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then like, obviously as someone who's played League of Legends somewhere between a little bit or extremely heavily on a day-to-day basis over the last
Yeah.
like 14 years or like, give or take.
Mm,
Like I've interacted with a lot of gamers. I've
Yeah,
interacted with a lot of gamers.
gamers in the
It's
disappointing
tough.
sense.
Yeah, and it is a tough field out there. I wonder if like the chill gamers. Well, I'm gonna say this. Yo, I almost feel like chill gamers are worse sometimes than like sweaty gamers.
Oh, explain that one to me.
Cause like I feel like a lot of chill gamers are like, like the fucking the dad gamer trying to play a league, but he's like 3 beers deep trying to like haha troll with Darius
Sure.
or whatever, and then he like
Yeah.
ruins your entire game 0-8 top and like rage quits against who gives a fuck. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, he is just trying to be a chill gamer, having a good time doing his thing, no stakes, hee hee
Mm,
ha ha. But dog, you're like doing it at the detriment of 4 other teammates. Like fuck you for this.
I feel
Like
that.
like some gamers are so chill that they're actually just thoughtless. Like they're so
That's
chill
one way
that
to put
they're
it. Yeah.
yeah, they're so chill that they're frozen actually. It's a real problem. It's it's a real issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that they could ever freeze a fucking wave to save their life, am I goddamn right? But
I still can't freeze a wave to save my life, so I got that
really?
for sure. I tend here's my problem. I tend to push too fast and then go, oh damn. Oh, fuck me.
Push too fast and then say, oh damn, fuck me. Oh no, my poor boy, that sucks.
More than often, most of the time, if you can imagine. More than often, most. It's very diabolical. But hey, you know what? That's life.
Well, you're not wrong about that. I watched guides and stuff. I like watched videos, like really got in there, and I was like, okay, so what is the minion math? How? So I need to be +3, +4. At what stage of the lane? Where do I have to stand? If like
Yeah,
I like really got in
notoriously,
there.
this guy, not a math guy. So it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's tough for me,
I'll
the
tell you
math
what,
guy.
wave control is like 80% of being a solo laner. It's
Yeah,
crazy how
well,
important like wave control
notoriously,
is.
if you could imagine, only just mostly playing support. Some mid lane sometimes.
True, 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 true,
Mostly
true.
support guy.
Brother, I'll tell you what, man. I don't have that in my heart. I don't know how people do it. I can't imagine.
Beau, you know what also needs support?
What needs support, brother?
The ending of this podcast, bro.
True. You're so right,
You
King.
gotta fucking pull it back in, reel it back in. Talked about a lot of topics today. Kind of went everywhere. Kind of
Dog, we
dipped our feet into
scattershotted for
fucking
sure.
everything. If this was a
Yeah.
home intruder, shotgun blast, multiple.
Oh my god, not multiple. He said reduce that shit to ash. Pack it with rock
It's a
salt
lot.
and
It's a
really
lot.
fucking
Yeah,
tear it to ribbons.
it's tough. It is tough for
Okay, I
sure.
hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
But tell me, tell me, tell me, how do we end this thing? What do we
How do we
do?
end one
How do
of
we do
these,
it?
brother? I don't
One
think we've
of
ever really figured out a good reason, like a good
these.
way, a good path. It seems like one of those
I
things where like
see.
we should look up a tutorial on how to end a pod on YouTube, and then like kind of like rep.
Ask Chat GPT. How do I end the podcast?
True at Grok. How do I end my pod?
Not Grok, dude. I don't trust him.
At
He's
Grok.
stinky. He's
I like it when
stinky.
I see a tweet that's like at Gork, like they type it wrong, and then it doesn't
That's
answer, and
me.
they
I'm the guy who types it
oh no,
wrong.
not the Gork.
Not the Gork.
I feel like listen, I mean, like sometimes it'll give you like a bullet pointed list. Several people when they
Sure.
end several people when they end podcasts will tend to use some kind of enthusiastic sign off.
Well, you tell
Lamel.
me. Well, okay, it is episode 20. We gotta do something big for episode 20.
That's true. It is episode 20. I guess we should do like a perception check.